Picks for three ghosts, two classics, two ghosts, three classics on the side of Johnson and Wales. Let's see. Here we go. Riding along here with Sushi Rice on the raise. Peacocks look to be hard pushing A. Clarence in the front. That's Cody Lawrence. And here we go. Peacocks get caught out. They go into the smoke. Clarence goes down. Peacocks at a one agent disadvantage. Sushi Rice goes down as well. Massacre goes down as well. So it's a 2v5. Air Anderson gets a kill back onto Slick. So the Peacocks, 2 left. They're going to try to do some work here. Rotating back around. Are the Peacocks going to try to go through mid? They might try to go back through mid here. Here's Krupster. He has the spike. A little bit of healing coming out. Throwing abilities back across. Omen is looking for them. And the Peacock's going to be able to get a peek around the corner here. They're going to have to run this one. Trying to get the B. Jet's going to get there before them. Anderson goes down to the Jet. Krupster looking for it. Here's the steps. And gonna go down there. I don't know if they were trying to run around the corner with the knife and then get caught without a weapon. Didn't make it around the corner though. So the Peacock's down 0-1 here. As we'll look at the next buy phase. Looks like Peacock's going to stick with the pistols for round number 2. Looks like pistols and a Bucky there on this side of Johnson and Wales. And the Peacock's actually going to pick up an SMG. That's Krupster with the SMG buy there. As we're going to ride along with Massacre here on Brimstone. Clarence now on the Sova. There is the Cypher smoke. Extra smoke from Omen. So here we go. Peacock's waiting for the smoke to clear to make their push here. It looks like they're going to try to 4-man A, raise in the back, providing some cover to the back. They got to be careful of that corner. More smoke coming down. Massacre goes down. The slow comes out here from Johnson and Wales. Peacock's still looking. It looks like they're going to rotate back. They're an agent down, but it looks like they're going to rotate back here. Couple coming through mid. They're being very loud, though. They see him by the stairs. Good kill there by Clarence. Sushi Rice goes down to Omen, though, with that Bucky. On the long angle, though, Peacock's trying to make the rotation. Damage taken there. Stays alive, does Clarence. Anderson gets a kill. So it's a 3v3. But Omen with another Bucky kill there gets Anderson. There's a kill there from Clarence, but he gets slowed. Oh, but he'll stay alive, though. 3 hit points. Looking for some healing, maybe. Peacock's got to get the plant down. Clarence needs to be careful. He's got 3 hit points. The plant goes down, though. It's a 2v2. The Peacocks have to be super careful. Krupster's looking the wrong way on that one. Omen's smoke comes down. And there it is. Clarence goes down back there in the cubby behind everything. Not exactly what the Peacocks were looking for. Krupster caught himself looking the wrong way. So 0-2 now for the Peacocks, but a better round there. Much better round. Gonna hang out with Sushi Rice here as we see what's going on. Peacocks looking at their buy. On the other side, you see a couple of Ghosts, a Vandal, a Guardian, and a Bucky. On the side of the Peacocks, you've got a couple of Guardians, a couple of Classics. Peacocks might be holding here. Looks like a half buy from the Peacocks. Or maybe they're going to... No, they're going to... It's a medium buy here with Guardians and a Marshal. Medium buy, light armor. So the Peacock's got to try to make something happen here. They're on the B side. They're going to go hard. Peacock's got to look out in the back there. Raze has taken a lot of damage. It's Sushiris on the Raze has taken a lot of damage. Healing coming out. Peacocks have to watch the backside. Are those not Guardians? Those are not Guardians. Those are Ares. My apologies. I had the wrong call out for the plant. And the Peacocks plant the Spike Carrier gets killed. Krupster with the kill there. Sushiris gets returned by Slick. Krupster with a second. Krupster is the last one standing here for the Peacocks. So 1v3. Let's see what they can do. And they're going to go down to the wall bang there. So 0-3. The Peacocks start out not the best start. So here we go. Getting a message here from the NECC, and I don't know what it is. Alrighty. So the Peacocks gotta get something done here. It's a half buy. Nope. It looks like they're it's a medium buy, light armor. 3 ghosts, 2 vandals. On the other side, vandals and phantoms. And an Ares, it looks like, for Slick. Slick picked up one of the Ares that the Peacocks dropped. So here we go. Let's see what the Peacocks can make of this one, riding along here with Krupster. Slick will get a kill onto Sushiris with that Ares. Krupster trying to watch the back, into the front. Massacre goes down. Clarence trying to find a target. Arrow goes out there from Clarence, trying to get some information for his team. Slick gets another kill, on this time onto Anderson with that Ares. Information gathered there from the Sova. That's Clarence on the Sova. Slick gets a 3rd kill. And Peacock's looking to get something here. And they tried to come in with the knife. Clarence able to avoid the knife. Goes down to the Cypher, however. And we will jump back to spawn. The Peacock's now down 0-4. So Op, Phantom, Vandal, Ares, Phantom on the side of Johnson and Wales. For the Peacocks, this might be a save round. We do have a Phantom. We do have a Spectre. An Ares picked up by Krupster. We have a Spectre picked up by Clarence. Sushi Rice going to save, it looks like. Only has a classic. Sushi Rice going B-side. Rest of the Peacocks stacking up, possibly to go mid or A. Slick gets a double right off the bat as the Peacocks come around the corner. But Clarence gets a kill there onto Slick. Krupster with a really good revive. Krupster will go down, but Sushi Rice gets the return frag there. Peacocks in a 3v3 here, as we'll try to get a look here from Clarence as Sushi Rice goes down there. And Op kill onto Anderson and a Vandal kill on the Clarence, and that'll be all they wrote for the Peacocks there. So not the way to start at 0-5 start for the Peacocks. So the Peacocks definitely a save round here, I think. I think the most we're going to see is some SMGs. Clarence, they're going to pick up an Ares. Gonna pick up that spray and pray option there. So we're on Air Anderson here with a Spectre. Peacocks have 2 looking mid A and 3 looking hard at B. So here we go. Peacock's good vision of mid. Anderson here trying to get a look onto this side. Good kill there by Anderson. He's got to get it turned around. He's got to get his vision. He sees the Omen. Good rotation there by the Peacocks. Good blind coming out. Double blind. Gets a 2nd kill. Does Anderson onto Slick. Still knows the Omen is in there. Gets a 3rd kill, so that's a 3K there for Anderson. There was a return kill on the side of Johnson and Wales, but the Peacocks get the spike down. They have a 4-2 advantage. Massacre in the front. Gets Cypher. Cypher was looking the wrong way. The Peacocks with a 4-on-1 advantage here. Let's see if we can find Sushi Rice with a big gun. I think that's the Op. So the Peacock's looking here. And there we're going to go. We see Jet take down Massacre on the Brimstone. And then a 4K for Air Anderson. There we go. Gets the 4K on the Thrifty. Peacocks did not spend a lot of money, but got themselves the point they needed. Good play there. Helps them out a little bit with the economy. And the op pickup by Sushi Rice helps out a lot. So Phantom, Vandal, Ghost, Op, Ghost on the other side. Vandal, Ares, Phantom, Op, Ghost. So right now, Peacocks not that far down on the economy. This is what they're looking for. They finally got their economy going back the good way. So they just got to make one more good round here, and they could get something going. Smoke coming down from Brimstone. You hear the op shots come out. No kills just yet. Clarence in the back here. Peacocks playing it forward. Sushi Rice throwing out utility. Clarence still looking for the long shot kill. Anderson in the front. As the Peacocks trying to get some fire up there. As Brimstone ult comes out. No death still. Still a 5v5. Opshot comes out. Does not get a kill. I'm sorry. Brimstone did go down there. My apologies. I was looking at the wrong health bar. So Raze is alive. Brimstone went down though. The Peacock's in a 4v5 at the moment. They might need to rotate back here. As Sushi Rice goes down. Run it back comes out from Air Anderson. He's looking. He's not quite going to get a kill there. He will go back behind the wall. No harm, no foul there. As Clarence now, as Sushi Rice did go down on the Raze, looking for Clarence, trying to get a little bit of vision. Air Anderson with the kill onto Slick. And so looking forward right there, gets the information. They know that Sage is now behind that wall. The Peacocks with all the information they need here on the B side. More information coming out. They know where Sage is. They know where Cypher is. They know where Omen is as well. Krupster goes down. And they got to watch out from behind. Clarence has to turn around. And he had it coming both ways. Didn't see the one behind him. So the Peacock's not able to make a run at that one. But they have the economy, so they can full buy here if they choose to. So here we go. Definitely a full buy on the side of Johnson and Wales. Peacock's going to full buy as well. We're going to assume Clarence is going to pick something up here. He did buy full armor, so he might just go with the classic with full armor. Nope, he'll go Ghost. Ghost full armor. Okay, so an almost complete buy here from the Peacocks. Looking at it here, we're on with Krupster. So the Peacock's going to throw the utility, then rotate back. Looks like they might go through mid. Mid here. Smoke is down. They're going to throw abilities mid. They're going to rotate back to a hard possible B push. They are in the slow. You hear the operator being fired. No one down just yet. Sushi Rice looking for a target in the Peacock backfield. Smoke comes out. The Peacock's got to be careful. Massacre goes down to the Omen. Clarence goes down, to the Jet. Peacock's in a 3v5 now. Grenade goes out. There's the flash there. And Peacock's good kill there on Sushir's the great kill there. So it's a 3v4 now. Peacock's trying to get themselves a little bit of extra time. 30 seconds remaining. Ooh, just missed that one. The wall bang comes through from Omen. Air Anderson goes down to Jet from the back. Krupster gets a kill though. And almost gets a second, but it was a 1v3 at that point. Peacock's now down 1-7. As the round continues here. Peacocks won't be able to full buy, I do not believe. However, 2 Ares come out for the Peacocks. 2 Ares, 2 Ghosts. A classic, 3 Ares, 2 Ghosts. So the Peacocks going for some heavier weapons. Going to sacrifice the accuracy, but they're going to be able to throw lead downrange. Massacre here with the Brimstone. Going to be ready to pop smoke. You'll be able to see it on the minimap. So here we go.
Launching smoke.
All right. Smoke goes down 3 different areas. Wall goes down as well. That one coming from Sage on the other side. Smoke comes out. The Peacock's going to have to walk through it if they want to push toward B. Holding the back is Massacre. As we're going to look on the front side here. And once again, Sushiris goes down to that op. So Peacock's in a 4v5 now. Air Anderson looking for Sage. He's caught reloading. And but Clarence right behind him will get a kill. Massacre will go down in the backfield though. It is a 3v4 for the Peacocks. Clarence looking for a kill. Gets one through, almost through the wall there. Peacocks lost one as well though. It's a 2v3. The spike is being planted and doesn't get the spike planted. Oh, that would have been a little bit extra money in their pocket, but just doesn't get it planted. 1-8 now the score here on map number 1. We look around at the economy here. We're going to ride along with Air Anderson at the moment. Peacock's looking, might be a mid-range buy here, but they got to get rid of the operator on TGS Bros, is how I'm going to pronounce that one. Got to get rid of that operator, as that has been doing some work along with the Vandals, the Guardian they have on that side. Peacocks with a Bulldog, a couple of Ghosts, a Ghost and a couple of Spectres, so we're going to see if that'll do it for him. Air Anderson here, as you hear 2 op shots come out. Molly coming out from Brimstone. And Cypher Smoke comes out. Peacocks will get the first blood. Shooting through smoke. Sushi Rice will go down. Peacock's still looking to get the spike back up. It is being planted now. They're down here in hell. There's 3 members of Johnson Wales above them in heaven. Slick gets a kill onto Massacre. And there's the drop right there. Slick gets a second kill. Krupster gets Slick in the back though. He was fronted and backed. It's a 2v3. The Peacocks have to just play defense here. Krupster trying to look. He doesn't know that they're behind him in heaven. Got to be very careful. They are behind him. But Clarence gets a kill onto the Jet. And will go down though. There will be plenty of time for the defuse here. And it will be a 1-9 going into round 11 here on the first half of map number 1. All right, so we're going to ride with Krupster on this one. We're going to see what the Peacocks do here. See if they medium buy or full send it. Vandal for Clarence, Ghost for Air Anderson. Krupster going to pick up the Bulldog, Ghost for Sushi Rice, Vandal for Massacre. So this is just above. This is an above average buy here from the Peacocks. They really need to take this one. So here we go. Peacocks just going to try to run it around the corner maybe. They do slow it down. Coming around, they are slowed. They make it through the wall, but they get pushed back there. 2 Peacocks made it through. Clarence does get a kill there onto the Sage. And the Peacocks, Sushi Rice with the Showstopper, they're going to get the plant down. They have a 5v4, and all they have to do is defend against a retake. So the Peacocks with good positioning here. This could be exactly what they're looking for. The Omen holding on to life by a sliver of health there for Johnson and Wales. Krupster looking kind of the wrong way. Massacre with a double though, gets the wall bang. Gets the kill on Slick as well. Sushi Rice goes down, however. And we're going to see healing come out there from Air Anderson. And Massacre will go down, but the return frag from Clarence. Clarence will get a 3K. Let's see if he can get out of the bombs area. Keep running, man. Keep running, keep running, keep running. Okay, and the bomb did not go off. Good times to the Peacocks. Got one back there. That will probably allow them to buy here. Anderson on the op. Vandal for Clarence. The op will get passed to Sushi Rice. Bulldog for Krupster. Vandal for Massacre. Vandal for Air Anderson. So full buys both ways. Assault rifles and an op on both sides. Krupster, the one difference, holding on to the Bulldog. So here we go. We will ride with Krupster right now. It's going to go with that recon bolt. It's the Peacocks looking hard at A. They've been going hard B most of the game here. And they will get first blood, well then they'll get taken down 2-3. So, and there's a fourth, and that's not what the Peacocks wanted. Sushi Rice, the last player standing here for the Peacocks. Molly comes out. Good kill there from Sushi Rice. It's a 1v3. This would be a heck of a clutch. This would be a huge clutch for the Peacocks if they could pull it off. There's the tactical reload. Ooh, and they got the information they needed on that one. Grenade comes out. They're going to have to go back the other way. The problem is the spike is underneath the opposing team. Johnson & Wales camping the spike. Sage coming around here. Got to turn around. Got to turn around, Sushi Rice. Got to turn around. There it is. Gets the kill. The op shot misses. This is still a chance and an absolutely amazing clutch. Oh, just doesn't quite have it. But a great attempt there by Sushi Rice. They will switch sides. The Peacocks will go on the defensive. It will be the pistol round right here. Classics with some armor, it looks like, on the side of Johnson & Wales. Peacocks looking like they will be going with Ghosts, no armor. So here we go. Let's gonna ride it along with Sushi Rice. So here we go. Peacocks are going to have to play some tremendously good defense here to take map number 1. Wall comes out. And the Peacocks are stacked at A. I'm sorry. Peacocks are in green now. My apologies. Peacocks are split up. It's an A stack for Johnson & Wales. My bad. It always gets me that they change colors. Peacocks with first blood there. That's Clarence with first blood. Slick gets one back. Massacre return to kill. So it's 2 for 2 right now. It's a 3v3 remaining. Kill there for Sushi Rice with the drone. So the Peacocks with a one-man advantage. Sushi Rice will go down though. So it's a 2v2. The spike does get planted. Krupster looking for a kill here. Will get the kill. So it's a 2v1 here. Healing comes out. Anderson gets the kill. The Peacocks just need to defuse. Peacocks with a defuse here, and they will get the pistol round here on the second half of map number 1. So there we go. Great defensive play in the pistol round by the Peacocks. And we're going to run it with Massacre here, and we're going to see what the Peacocks choose to do. It looks like heavy armor, no, light armor. Like they're choosing light armor. Couple of ghosts. Sushi Rice going to stick it out with the pistol. On the other side, a lot of pistols, but Omen with the Bucky could be a problem if he gets that into range. Massacre got to be dropping smoke. Peacocks are spread out. It looks like a big push onto B side. Peacocks have to be ready here to rotate. Krupster going to be here. He's on top of the wall. And take out the locator. Grenade comes over. And it looks like they might have stopped the early B push mid, coming for Johnson Wales. That's a nice bank shot there with the slow. Sushi Rice goes down to Slick. The refrag there from Clarence onto Jet. So it's a 4v4 at the moment. And the Peacocks get one on Slick. They're up 4-3. Smoke comes out here. And Krupster goes down. 3v3 Anderson with a refrag. So the Peacocks with a 3v2 situation here. Got to try to get something going here. Anderson with a kill. And there it is. The Peacocks with a really good defensive play there. That makes this 4-10. And the Peacocks with a couple of rounds in a row. They've got their economy on track now. So here we go. We can see a full buy going both ways now. Peacocks look like they might be saving some cash though. I'm seeing Ghost with a classic, although Krupster's probably going to buy something. Heavy armor on everybody. Couple members with only light armor for Johnson & Wales. It's 4 ghosts. And no, it's 5 ghosts. I'm sorry, 5 ghosts on the side of the Peacocks. So a little bit of a save. It's only a medium buy for the Peacocks, but they do have heavy armor. We'll see what they can do. Clarence trying to get info. The fact that he gets nothing means it's going to be a hard push on to A, so the Peacocks have to rotate around for that. They need to possibly go through mid. We're on Air Anderson here. The Peacocks got to get over to the A side. It's a slow push A. But that bolt was huge there from Clarence as it got them all of the information that absolutely nobody was there. Clarence gets a frostbolt kill there. So Peacocks with first blood once again. Return frag there. So it's a 4v4 going right now. And they miss the Jet there. They get her to burn the dodge though. Air Anderson looking for her to come around the edge here. And there it is. Oh, that's and 2 more kills as it's 1 for 1. Oh, and Anderson goes down there. So Jet is all 3 kills so far. It's a 2v3. Peacock's down in age, and at the moment, gonna get the kill there is Krupster. It's a 2v2. The spike has not yet been planted. It's basically dead even right now on health as well. 30 seconds remaining. It looks like they're gonna slow play it back to B. The Peacocks, they're just holding back. The Peacocks gotta wait. They gotta wait to see the move. Peacocks are holding at A. It's going to be a slow push back to A. On to Massacre. Massacre looking mid. The slow push going A side though. They're moving a little bit faster. The plant's going to go down at A with just 3 seconds remaining. So the Peacocks now know they're at A. It's a retake scenario 2v2. Plenty of time. And the Peacocks Krupster's going the wrong way. Krupster's going the wrong way. He needs to rotate back. He 100% needs to rotate back. He was in the right position. He needs to rotate back. This is going to have to be the play right here. Massacre switching out weapons. And I don't know. Krupster, I think he's just trying to hold. And the Peacocks are going to give this one up. Maybe looking for an exit frag here. Trying to be out of bomb distance. And everyone will live there. But the Peacocks got it down to a 2v2. Almost timed it out. Just not quite, but they did save. However, they are down 11-4 now. So, but we're going to see a full buy here from the Peacocks. So here we go. If they win this one, the economy on the other side will not be great. And we see a Bucky on the other side. Jet might be playing with a Sheriff. So the Peacocks might actually have weapon advantage here. We're looking on Clarence.
Get out of my way.
Revealing area.
They get the reveal. They get the spike carrier. So the Peacocks can see 2 or 3 here looking at A. So they might have to rotate through mid. However, mid being held by Slick. So the Peacocks might have to be careful. Air Anderson looking. Oh, he just left before he got vision. Peacocks rotating to A, but the spike rotating towards mid. Peacocks trying to find what they need here. Jet behind everybody at B side. And 2 kills back-to-back. Clarence gets Slick, but Air Anderson goes down to Jet. They will get the reset on their Blade Storm. Not exactly what the Peacocks were looking for. But the rotation going to B side, Peacocks are going to be on a retake scenario here. That was a full rotate back to B. And the Peacocks going to have to go find this one. And there's a kill from Sushi Rice. And there it is. There's the double, gets the headshot. The Peacocks with a 4v2. They have to go get the retake though. Have to go get the retake. The spike is beeping away. Here we go. Peacocks trying to get through the wall. There it is. They don't have a lot of time left. Grenade going out. Cypher smoke is out. Peacocks gotta go get it. Massacre gets a kill. They're looking for the wall frag. They get the kill there. They have to get the defuse. I don't think they have time. They're going to have to run. The bomb's going to go. The bomb is going to go off and every Peacock is going to die. Absolutely not what you wanted to see there. That was almost so good for the Peacocks. So here we go. 4-12. The Peacocks are going to have to rattle off 8 in a row to force overtime. Looking at the buy, it's a full buy. Clarence with the Bulldog is the only... Oh, I'm sorry. It's above average buy. We got a Bulldog, 3 Vandals, and a Ghost. So here we go. Taking the look here. Full buy on the other side. Double op on the other side. So looking for the one-shots are Johnson and Wales. Air Anderson trying to get that long angle. Looking for a target. He just missed vision. He got it from the shot, though. They have vision there. Gets the droid. Oh, and they both had run it back. And he knows exactly where he is. And both run it backs will be expended there. As the Peacocks still holding out on this one. They have eyes. Oh, but Air Anderson goes down to the Cypher. Looking at Krupster now. Clarence got the return kill. Jet was able to dodge in. The Peacocks need to call that one out. Sushi Rice gets a kill onto Omen. Krupster just didn't have that one. It's a 3v3. We're looking at Sushi Rice right now. The door got closed. Peacocks know they're planting it at B. And there it is. The showstopper. It's a 3v2 now. The Peacocks with the one agent advantage. Sushi Rice goes down there. It's a 2v2. One left. It is Massacre for the Peacocks. It's 1v1. Mono e mono. Here we go. Looking for the kill. He sees the Cypher. Gets the kill. Can he get the defuse? That is the question. It's gonna be close, but I think this one's gonna come up clutch for the Peacocks. There we go. Massacre. That's Sean Odegaard. Picks up the clutch for the Peacocks and keeps them on map number 1. They have to now get 7 in a row. All right, here we go. I had to plug in the old headset. It was dying on me. Here we go. Peacocks with a full buy. 2 Buckies, not even like a medium buy on the other side. Riding along with Massacre here. We're going to switch over to Sushi Rice. He's looking for an angle. Peacock's looking for an angle here. Going to switch over to Anderson. He's got the smoke in front of him. But slow play. Johnson and Wales showing a little bit more respect here. Peacocks holding the angles. Gonna go back to Massacre. Clarence gets taken down by Slick with the Sheriff. Not what the Peacocks wanted to see. We're on Sushi Rice right now. We hear a lot of gunfire. Sushi Rice gets the kill there onto Slick, so it's a 1-for-1 at the moment. Spike in the middle. Peacocks still holding a lot of vision corners. So we'll see what they could do with their vision. Air Anderson goes down to a classic. Not what you want to see. Brimstone Ultimate comes out there. Krupster with a kill on to the Cypher, so it's a 3v3. Krupster does go down to the Jet. More smoke going down there as the drone will go out. Sushi Rice gets a drone kill, so it's a 2v2. He's got eyes. Gets a good one there on the Sage. Massacre goes down to Omen, so it's 1v1. The Spike is down. And the Peacocks, I think, know where the Spike is. Omen gonna try to come around the back. Sushi Rice. Sushi Rice, gotta be careful. Behind. Turn around. Oh no. Oh no. He doesn't know Omen's behind him. Oh my god. Get through the smoke. Turn around. He sees him. He's got the kill. And there it is. It's the 4K for Sushi Rice. And the Peacocks are still alive. There it is. Here we go. Only 6 more to go to force overtime. Only 6 more to go. The Peacocks staying alive here on map number 1 will be another full buy, I think, for the Peacocks. Maybe, no, it's going to be a medium buy for the Peacocks. But still, the economy from Johnson and Wales not looking good. If they lose this one, they're going to be way down on economy. The Peacocks with an economic advantage for the first time here on map number 1. So there we go. Peacocks get the defensive wall up. It looks like a hard push onto A. The Peacocks with some vision. They got vision of the Phoenix. They know it might be a hard push A. They need Sage to rotate around is what they need. Massacre with, some vision blocking going down. Got the smoke down. He sees them all right there. The Peacocks need to rotate back. They need the rotation coming out of Krupster. Peacocks firing into the smoke. The drone going to go. Not going to quite hit the doorway. Rotating back through mid is most members from Johnson and Wales. Let's see if Air Anderson can catch them out here with some vision. As Sushi Rice goes down, there's the vision. The Peacocks know the rotation is coming. So here we go. It's a 4v5, but the Peacocks have to hold here. It's win or go home here on map number 1. Anderson gets a nice headshot there against Slick. It's a 4v4. Peacocks have evened up the odds here. He sees Jet. Another headshot. Anderson and Massacre got a kill on the backside as well. Peacocks with a 4v2. But 2 goes down there. It is back to a 2v3 now. And a 3K there from the Cypher. Last man standing is Krupster. Cypher ultimate comes out. They know exactly where Krupster is. They're rotating back to A. Krupster has to go rotate back. He's got to make a clutch play here. Has to go clutch it out. He's got to go get it. He doesn't have a lot of time. Air Anderson gets revived. That's a great play there. But he gets revived right in front of Jet. Gets the kill there. 1v2, but he's got to get to the A side. He's got to get there. He doesn't have time. He is going to run out of time. Here we go. He's got to get through the door. He's got to go for the defuse. He just doesn't have time. And that will do it on map number 1. So we're going to take a quick break, then we'll get map number 2 for you. Don't go anywhere. More Peacock Valorant on the way. All right. So after that coaching session there, Peacocks, going into the second map, it will be Bind. So here we go. We're going to take a look at this one. So Peacocks now on the green side. I believe they will start as the defenders. And we're still looking at a Raze, a Sage, maybe an Omen instead. Maybe a Sova, who knows? Going all over the place. Nobody locking in yet. We do have a Jet locked in for Johnson and Wales. Peacocks have not yet locked in an agent. Peacocks lock in. We see a breach get locked in. New agent hovered there on the side of Johnson and Wales. Just a hover though. See an Omen. Okay, so all 5 locked in for Johnson and Wales. They're going to have an Omen, a Breach, a Sage, a Jet, and a Phoenix. Peacocks only have 1 locked in at the moment. We'll see what the rest of them turn into. I think we're going to get Cameron Anderson on the Phoenix, though. I think Sushi Rice is going to be the Raze. I don't know if Krupster's actually going to play the Sage or not. We're going to find that out. 14 seconds left. We're going to figure out what is going on here.
Choose your agent.
So the Peacocks now looking at it, talking about it, thinking about it. 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Looks like maybe a Killjoy. Sova, Killjoy, everybody lock them in. There it is. So the Peacocks in reverse order will have a Sova, a Sage, a Killjoy, Raze. Air Anderson comes off of the Phoenix. He's got to be on the Raze. And a Reyna for Massacre. Even though she just got big nerfed, Massacre still likes the Reyna, so they're going to see what they can do. Remember, Bind has the teleporters. There's a teleporter from B site to A site, and there's a short teleport from A to B. So something to look out for. There is an audio clue for those. So we will see. Peacock starting on defense, though. It is going to be the pistol round. Let's see. Ghost and Classics for the Peacocks. Classics and a Ghost on the side of Johnson and Wales. Peacocks need to win the pistol round, though. It's always big to win the pistol round. Get yourself a little bit of extra cash. It looks like a full B-side push, maybe through Hookah, for Johnson and Wales. Peacocks need to be careful here. Alright, here we go. Full B-side push. Peacocks only with 2 agents over here. This could be trouble. Shots coming out. The Peacocks hear shots fired. Krupster looking. He's going to rotate. And the Peacock's going to rotate over here. Sushi Rice at the point. Clarence gets first kill. And going back into the smoke are the Peacocks. It's a 4v4 at the moment. Sushi Rice got some Sage healing there. Spike does go down, but Massacre gets a kill onto the Phoenix. 2 kills come from Johnson and Wales. It's 2v3. Peacocks will need to clean up the kills. They get 1 for 1 there. It's a 1v2. And has to get the kills and the defuse. Gets 1. Reloads. Doesn't have a lot of health left. Has to get the kill and the defuse. Gotta get the kill and the defuse. Ah, right there. And unfortunate there. Unable to get the defuse there. Unfortunate for the Peacocks. As Brady Krupa was on. He just missed seeing the jet. Heard the audio cue. Did not see where they were coming in from. Unfortunate there. On this, you got 2 Buckies and some assorted pistols on the side of Johnson and Wales. Peacock's going with, let's see here. Some submachine guns, couple ghosts, couple classics. Here we go. It's medium by both teams. We're going to ride along with Air Anderson here. He's going to sit in spawn. He's going to be ready to rotate either way. Looks like another hard push at B. So the Peacock's going to have to rotate back around. It's a slow push at B, but it's the whole team. The Peacocks have to gonna rotate. So here we go. Rotation incoming. Clarence over here with the Sova. They're looking. They're waiting. He can hear them walking. Spike being planted. Bucky kill there, but there's one for Clarence. And he will go down, unfortunate, as he had the long angle there. Krupster with the classic, looking for something. It's a 3v3, 3v2, I'm sorry, as Anderson gets a kill there against the Omen. But the Peacocks will need a kill and a defuse here. Grenades going out from the Peacocks. There's a slow and some damage. Jet up at the top. Krupster will get a kill. It's a 2v1 here. The Peacocks will get it. They'll have to get the defuse as well, but a great round there from the Peacocks as they tie it up at 1 here on map number 2. And they run and they're going to grab some weapons. They pick up a Bucky. Nope. Gonna drop it for the Stinger. So the Peacocks help their economy out a little bit. Pick up a couple of weapons. They won't have to completely rebuy. So here we go. Ghosts and Stinger for the Peacocks. So all SMG. You do have a Vandal and a Phantom and a Guardian and a Bucky on the side of Johnson & Wales. So a little bit more heavy artillery on the side of Johnson & Wales. Peacocks, though, going to try to save their economy. We'll see what they can do here. Wall goes up. A side looks to be the push here. And the shots come out. Krupster got very lucky there. Taking some damage. And he'll throw out the slow. He's going to just be missed by the breach. But the Peacocks know they need to rotate. Massacre does go down. So they're going to need to hard rotate here. Breach's ability just misses again. Here we go. Krupster with a kill. He will die in the corner, though, as he goes to reload. Plant coming down. Sushi Rice finally rotating here. And a lot of deaths there. Now it's a 1v3. We're going to have a really, really great clutch here. If Sushi Rice is going to do this one, goes down to the breach. So the Peacocks not quite what they wanted on that one. And we will go to round number 4. We're going to be with Clarence here for the start of round number 4. Sushi Rice will get himself a Vandal heavy armor. We'll see what the rest of the Peacocks buy. It is a full buy on the side of Johnson & Wales. Phantoms, Vandals, and the Guardian for Slick. So there we go.
Need a drop.
Looks like Johnson & Wales might be just sitting mid.
Thanks.
Peacock's going to have a medium buy here. And it looks like a split push here. So the Peacocks with split defense going for that the recon bolt there. They get a little bit of information. They get that nobody is mid. That's what they get. Air Anderson here trying to look. He's got a good corner look. Massacre goes down on Reyna, trying to go meet them in the hallway there by B side. And we're going to look here. Clarence looking to get the jet. Has to reload. Goes down from the wall bang there. Krupster now. As they're looking for the kill there. Throwing fire through the smoke. It is a 3v5, but they do have the jet very low. Spike is planted. Krupster with a kill there. Peacocks have to find the spike. It's on A side. So they get a second kill. It's a 3v3, but they have to rotate all the way to A. If they try to go long, they might be in trouble. As the Guardian Slick sitting with the Guardian might provide trouble for them. Slick will get Sushi Rice. He will get out of dodge himself. Anderson will get the kill. Krupster will die. Didn't check his corner on the left. Anderson, they're looking for a kill. Won't get it. So Peacocks lose this one. They'll go down 3-1, but they had to get to the rotation. The spike was down. So we'll see what the Peacocks do with their buy phase here. We're going to sit with Sushi Rice as we look at the buy phase. Bulldog, I'm sorry, Ghost, Classic, Ghost, Vandal. We'll see if Anderson will buy, and it will be a Bulldog, not a Vandal. So a little bit of a save there. And it will be a Ghost for Air Anderson. It'll be full buy on the side of Johnson and Wales. Alright, so here we go. Peacocks. Got good vision here. They have their sentry on the wrong side as it's... Oh, Omen coming through here. He doesn't have the spike. But he's going to go the back way. The Peacocks do not see him. Although, Air Anderson looking the right direction. Doesn't probably have the gun for it. Sees him now! And will go down. Just didn't have the right weapon for that scenario. On to Clorence. He's got a Bulldog. He will clean that up. So the refrag there. 4v4. Spike being planted. So 1 for 1 there once again. So it's a 3v3, but the spike is down. It's a retake scenario for the Peacocks. Krupster on the wrong side. So the Peacock's going to have to get this retake started here. Looking as Krupster gets the resurrection onto Sushi Rice. And there's a kill for Clarence. Krupster goes down. Massacre gets a kill. It's a 2v1. The Peacocks have to get the kill. Okay. Oh, and the clutch goes, the 4K goes for Moranium. Unfortunate there. The Peacocks, if they could have got that, they had plenty of time to defuse. Unfortunate there. 4-1 now is the lead for Johnson and Wales. So we're going to ride with Air Anderson for this one. Peacocks got a Phantom, a Vandal, a Guardian. I'm sorry, that's the side of Johnson and Wales. 2 classics. Peacocks with Ghost, Ghost, Ares, Ghost, Vandal. So a decent buy there. It's above average buy for the Peacocks. So here we go. A lot of people in the middle there. Sova in the back. Gets the Peacocks a little bit of info. There's a lot of people mid. The Peacocks know that now. They need to rotate from A side. Anderson trying to look around the corner. Has Jet dead to rights. Peacocks with first blood. Sushi will go down to Slick. Getting back out of the way is Anderson. He took a little bit of damage there. Grenade goes out. Sova in the back with the Ares. That's an op. Krupster gets a kill as Air Anderson gets a kill. As we see ultimate coming out from Clarence. And the defenders take down Peacocks with a 4-0 on that one. Making a 4-2 map so far here. That will definitely help out their economy. As Krupster was able to pick up the op. Big play there. That's a $5,000 item. Peacocks with a big pickup on the operator. Passing it to Sushi Rice. Krupster will then buy. He's got cash. And the Peacock's going to have a full buy here. Full buy, full armor. And it's a full buy, full armor for the other side as well. So we're going to see an even match here. Peacock's got this one. Recon bolt out. They're going to see 2 in mid, but they're not going to see anyone really hard coming B. A looks to be the push. Possibly a teleport to the B side. They see Phoenix over there. And Krupster sitting on this corner. It's a good corner to have. Anderson with a corner as well. Look left, look left, look left. A lot of gunfire. Peacocks lose Massacre. Krupster getting himself a corner to peek from. Plant coming out. Anderson gets a kill. Clarence goes down. It's a 3v4 for the Peacocks. Rotation coming. It's going to be a retake. Krupster with a good corner here. He just needs to find a target. He's going to get vision. Nope, he's not going to get vision. There's Sushi Rice goes down. And Krupp, now the last player standing. Gets a kill, has a good corner. It's a 1v3. He needs to make his choice. Gets a second kill. Saving might be a good play here. And it looks like he's going to save. He gets the healing. And he's going to grab the op. Huge moment there. Grabbing the op. That's a good save there, getting the op. So there we go. Peacocks lost the round, but retained their economy with the operator grab. So that's going to probably be dropped for Sushi Rice, who picks it up immediately. Means Krupster's going to have to pick up, but he's going to have to buy. He will get up a Vandal. He had a couple of kills, plenty of money. 3 Vandals, a Ghost, and an Op for the Peacocks. 2 Phantoms, 2 Guardians, and a Stinger on the side of Johnson and Wales. riding along here with Sushi Rice. He's got the apple. Let's see if he can make good use of it. And it looks like we might get a push here on A. And the turret is out. The Peacock's looking for a really good corner here. And might just get it. Oh. So there we go. Taking out the utility there are the Peacocks. Sushi Rice behind cover, or behind smoke. And Slick with a great shot there. Crupster goes down. Clarence, though, trying to rotate over. Massacre goes down. Spike is planted. Got to get his gun out. Clarence gets a good read there. Pulls the gun, gets the kill onto Slick. Good frag there. It's a 3v4. Defender Killjoy is out. Recon Bolt is out. Recon Bolt did get destroyed, but the Peacocks... Oh, they're right there! Oh, Clarence checked his corner at the wrong possible time. Sushi Rice looking for a kill, taking damage. Does not see where it's coming from. Goes down. Air Anderson, last man standing, will go down. 6-2 now here. Peacocks need to turn this around. But a possible mistake there is the Jet hit their ultimate. I don't think that's what they were going for. I think they were going for a weapon grab. Hit their ultimate accidentally, so that's great for the Peacocks, as that ultimate will not be available. Peacocks with a medium buy. Crupster does have a Vandal, though, as we're going to ride along with Air Anderson.
What sound experience would you like today?
I'll have the fantasy pack.
Good choice. And could you make it a Cloud 2 wireless? On his way, sir.
Sounds amazing.
What is going on, everybody, and welcome to another NECC matchup. I am Septilence, joined here by the amazing Orbital, and we are going to be jumping into this match a little bit late, but as I always say, better late than never.
Yeah, absolutely, and you know, late is late, but again, Valorant is forever. You gotta love the matches that we get to see in here. We will get to see the Challengers League coming out here with CSUDH Gold and Alabama Huntsville 1, so hopefully going to be a good match.
Yeah, absolutely. I recently cast the other CSUDH team last week, so now I'm getting to see their second team come out, so that's a little bit of fun there. And UAH, brand new team for me. I personally have not seen them, so I'm very excited to see what they bring to the table. And this is going to be our first map. It's going to be Haven into Ascent, and then if we need a third map, it's going to be Split, I think, was the third map. I'm not positive on that. I didn't get the chance to take a look at those quite yet, but I believe Split is going to be that third map, so definitely something to keep an eye on. But, you know, we got to get to map 3 first, so let's deal with map 1 while we're at it. Do you think we're going to be seeing anything specific in the hero select here in terms because we're on Haven, or do you think we're just going to see some comfort picks?
Comfort picks is pretty standard. Most people's comfort picks, obviously, right now are within the meta standards, right?
Right.
You know, you see your usual Jets coming out just about anywhere. I think Phoenix can be scattered in pretty heavily here. Killjoys have been very slight here, I feel. It's one of the lower play, but still kind of prominent depending. But Cypher, I'm expecting an Omen, of course. So very standard all the way around, using that utility how you wish. What I am curious about, though, is CSUDH Gold. They've been on a rampage 4-0, and actually almost all of their wins have been against the top side of the current league. And that's something really interesting to note, because almost all Alabama Huntsville 1's wins, they've played, they're 2-2 currently. They're the only ones that have 5-5 game score right now. They've only played the lower end of the league, so I'm very interested to see how they've won against the lower side of the league. So I'm very interested to see how they do against one of the undefeated here, and see if they can try and put kind of a scratch or a dent in the armor of CSUDH Gold.
Yeah, absolutely. And like you said, CSUDH, they've gone 4-0. Definitely a force to be reckoned with on the higher half of that bracket of that matchup. And now, looks like we're not going to be seeing any crazy choices here. CSUDH, or Dominguez Hills, as I will probably refer to them as from here on out, is going to be bringing that Breach, Cypher, Sova, Raze, actually, which is a little bit surprising to me. You'd expect to see a Jet in that category instead, but it looks like it's going to be the Omen as well. And then coming out from the side of UAH, they're going to decide on that Killjoy, which you already touched down on, but I also don't like. I think Cypher gets a lot more value here, whether it be on A or C, and Haven, of course, has 3 points, unlike the rest of the maps here in Valorant, and they're going to have a Jet as well, so we've got some pretty fascinating differences here. We've got a Breach on both sides, an Omen and a Sova as well, but that's where the similarities stop.
Yeah, and like you were kind of pointing out, Killjoy is... I personally just dislike it because there are 3 current sites here, obviously. Now, the difference is there are so many more entry points to each of these sites that the Killjoy does okay, but I always feel that the Killjoy Ultimate, the lockdown, is much more accessible when you can funnel it into one specific area. You can kind of pinch down on 2 openings. However, here, if you take a look at the minimap, I mean, you see, obviously, 3-4 entrances to most of these areas, and it's just hard to actually utilize that, right? So I want to see how well they can put it to the test. I have seen very good Killjoys come out, but you know, only time will tell here in this match.
Absolutely, time will tell indeed. And the pistol round, as I'm sure many of you know if you watch NECC, well, I'm the one behind the mic. I think the pistol rounds are super boring. Honestly, I don't think you can get a lot of value. You never see an ace come out. It's usually just one team wins it and one team doesn't. You know, not a lot of fascinating things happen. So I'm personally not a huge fan of this. And also, we were supposed to give a shout out to FDC. I don't know why. Our production told us to do that. So there it is, bud. You made it. And now it's going to be a minute 30. So this is going to crack wide open. And on the attacking side is UAH. So Dominguez Hills is going to be on that defense. They're going to try to make this work, but an immediate dash in from UAH. That was an unusual call, but I think she made it into hell. They're going to be able to find the elimination onto FDC, who just, you know, there's your shout out again, bud. First blood of the match. That's something to keep an eye out for. So now a lot of ghosts online, and Lawn rocking that shorty, just waiting for the opportunity to find a kill here, but it's going to be a 4v5, or yeah, 4v5 in the Raze. Extreme Pyro, already critical health. Lawn finds Fish. DCMH going to take out Drowsy as well, but Drowsy was able to pick up a kill. A 2v4 here. I mean, our defending team, they may have to give up this pistol round early.
Yeah, you can already see the health bars kind of dropping low. Bova getting, I think, 2 with that frenzy, and that's pretty fun to utilize. One of the larger clips in the game. Obviously, pretty fast trigger finger as well. But yeah, you know, the pistol rounds are always fairly boring, and let's see if we can get a couple picks here. Nope,
that's
3K.
the 3K.
Bobik having a little bit of fun, but yeah, pistol rounds I like when they're fast though, because again,
Agreed,
it's just
agreed.
it's test the waters, right? Test how well you can hit your shots, and also test that the opponent is up as well. I think that's something that every team should be looking for: is are they willing to try some of these, you know, the first and second, third rounds, whatever you want to say. Test the waters, test your opponent, use every advantage that you can get to get a read, because that's going to set the pace of the game.
Absolutely, and it looks like the attacking team UAH, they're going to be going with essentially a lot of Spectres. They're going to have four Spectres online, and it looks like that Dominguez Hills, they're going to stick to that normal strategy of not buying in the second round, just in an attempt to keep that economy alive for the third round coming through. They kind of expect to lose these ones, but then they get the bonus round after this one, or, you know, it's often referred to as the bonus round, which is the round that they are realistically just expected to win. Bobik is going to be able to find Drowsy, and Dongle takes out Colt as well, so we're just seeing some great aggression from UAH super early on, and, you know, for a team that goes 4-0 leading up to this matchup, you would expect Dominguez Hills to not lose people so early on like that.
I mean, at the same time, this is round 2, and most teams, it's pretty much been the standard. Now, you sacrifice the second round after the pistol. You say, cool, we get the kills where we can. And then in the third round, you have a full buy. I'm actually very happy that they didn't buy, right? Like, that's something that I actually saw, I think, down in a match previously, where a team just constantly tried to run SMGs for about 8 rounds in a row and constantly lost. And that's actually how you lose your economy very, very quickly. So the standard is actually sacrifice that second round, go into the third round with a fresh buy, and see if you can make something happen, because this actually ends up happening. You're actually mostly full rifles. You can see pretty much all Guardians and Vandals coming out, I think, versus still the SMG hold, because, of course, Alabama Huntsville don't want to drop their guns and sacrifice even more ego.
Right, and it looks like they're going to commit to that full buy, just like we talked about on the side of Dominguez Hills, and they're going to be able to find an elimination on a Bobik, that top fragger coming out from UAH. So a 4v5 right away, going to be a great look for them as well. They've got a lot of Vandals online, and they're going to see a lot of SMGs on the side of UAH. So they're going to have, obviously, that disadvantage in the gunfire, and they're going to have to find a couple of eliminations here to take a lead. Oh,
they got one, and Fish makes it 2. That always a little bit scary, and very nice drops over there in Garage. It's that in Courtyard always catches people a little bit by surprise.
Absolutely, we definitely see people getting caught a little bit in those doors, and they commit the full armor buy as well, so this really is going to be a full buy from Dominguez Hills. They're trying to find the value that they want early on, and like we talked about, this is kind of that bonus round for them. This is the round they're expected to win, but as DCMH is able to wallbang onto Extreme Pyro there, that's going to take that raise out of the fight, and the lead just going to be a little bit smaller for Dominguez Hills, but they still are up by 1.
This might be a little bit of a nice one. FDC can't make it 2. Very good try.
Yeah, definitely a good try. And Fish with the wallbang, able to find Chris for the win there. So that's going to be a great elimination. And now Fish with the 3K their own. So that's already 2 3Ks, and we're only on round 3. So we're seeing a lot of individual plays, both from Bobik and Fish. They've both found a 3K somewhere in the mix here.
Yeah, and this is going to be pretty much, I think, the first round where we see a complete full buy. No more SMGs, right? No more Spectres or Stingers coming out. And see a full attempt. Actually, no. Extreme Pyro, I saw it and I was curious. Looks like actually ran out of creds, so can only afford that Spectre. So this is going to be 4 rifles and an SMG versus pretty much a complete full loadout on the side of Alabama Huntsville 1. So I wonder if that might be the tipping point.
Yeah, that could definitely be a tipping point here. It really comes down to each individual performance as players, and while you can have a top fragger on your team like Fish or like Bobik, all 5 players really need to be holding their own, and right now we see Extreme Pyro currently sitting at 0-3 in that KDA, which, you know, sounds, you know, it's only 3 rounds, so there's definitely plenty of time for them to get some eliminations online, but using a Spectre to do so is definitely a difficult thing, so now we have to wait and see if they're able to follow up off of it, or if they're going to have no credits for the next round either. And something also of note is both Dongle and Drowsy, so both the Breach players, committed all of their economy to full buy this round. They're both sitting at 0 credits.
And again, I mean, Drowsy, of course, already got 2 kills, so, you know, you expect him to be able to come out and get a couple more frags as well and make it worth it. Now we do see a little push into B doors, so B side this time looking like the spot, but it hasn't been tested yet. Last time it was A and C, I believe, so first time trying to push in that middle side.
Yeah, Fish now trying to get some great value, but DCMH with the wall being able to find them. Extreme Pyro is going to get value with that Spectre, able to find a kill. Bobic takes out FDC, so it's going to be a 3v3 with the Breach on the side of our defenders. Relatively weak, so DH, they're kind of in a mild disadvantage. The spike being planted as well. They're going to have to push in if they want to find some eliminations. Dongle finds one, Extreme Pyro finds another, and Extreme Pyro going to be taken out by Chris. But honestly, kudos to them for having such a solid round on the Spectre. It is going to end in favor of UAH. They're also going to get a couple of weapons here, both Dongle and Chris for the win, are not going to have to buy next round, which is obviously a great advantage for economy.
Yeah, and I mean, being able to push into B, I think, is always a huge thing. You have so many openings, and it's always a little bit difficult because you can get pinched extremely quickly coming out of mid doors and garage, right? Like, if there's a flank coming around, you have to be very careful. So they knew that. They timed it well, got a good couple picks, but were able to pressure in with 2 full health members, too, I might add. That is very, very difficult when you're trying to push into B side. So having that health advantage, I think, really gave them an edge up. And so I'm excited to see how they can continue playing this out. Again, they have the round lead. They need to push themselves up. I would say to about 6 or 7 rounds that they want to have a safety net under themselves moving into the defensive side.
Yeah, that's definitely something they're going to want to keep an eye out for. And now Bobic committing the judge here as well. Both Drowsy and Extreme Pyro using classics only, and a Sheriff coming out from Fish. So this is a short buy if I've ever seen one coming out from our defenders, Dominguez Hills. They're going to try to make something out of nothing, but it's going to be incredibly difficult. Chris for the win. Looks like they may just be waiting for a brief moment, trying to get any kind of intel. Going to be ending up committing that lockdown. I don't think they're going to find anybody. It is going to open up most of C, but it's not going to be able to get quite the value they were looking for. Dongle with the double kill, going to tie things up 3-3. And something we're seeing is Dominguez Hills, they usually get the first and second kill, or, you know, maybe just the first, but then they're immediately traded out. So all that effort does not matter yet. Fish going to be caught out in the back line by Chris, and the Hunter's Fury coming out from FDC as well. Looks like it's not going to find any value, and Extreme Pyro still one away from that showstopper, so no more ultimates here for Dominguez Hills.
Yeah, I didn't think that lockdown would actually do what they wanted, but it did. You saw them get a couple frags outside of garage and then into the back of C-Link. So I guess it worked, and now the question is, of course, CSU, I think, CSUDH Gold could have pushed in, I think, on the backside and been able to try and up that opening, you know, get a couple picks as they push into C site on Alabama Huntsville's side. But they weren't able to, so unfortunately, it looks like they're going to lose this round. You can see FTC just holding on the backside and trying to get a couple with that Bucky.
Yeah, no offense to FTC here, but I don't think you're going to be winning a 1v3 with a Bucky as your primary weapon. You're not even going to win a 1v1 from long range there. DCMH is going to get that exit frag now, and that's going to be 4 rounds in favor of UAH. They've got 4 ultimates moving into, 3 ultimates moving into this next round, and it looks like there's going to be 3 on the opposing side as well coming out from Dominguez Hills. So are we going to be seeing these ultimates? The Blade Storm came out from Bobic, but I think he had his head taken off before he could even fire a single blade, so that definitely did not get the value they were looking for, and now they've got the teleport ready on both sides, but personally, I think that's one of the, I don't know, I don't like the ultimate personally, but I know that is an arguable opinion.
It is, and actually, this is the one time I would actually agree with having the Shadow's ultimate coming out of Omen, right? Considering that there are 3 different sites, you can make very quick rotates in a much quicker pace than you would normally expect, right? Instead of having to secure a site within about, or start rotating and choosing your site at about, you know, maybe 25, 27 seconds, you can maybe drop it down a little bit quicker and try a cheesy swap. So if they're able to utilize it, unless you're dead, it might not work as kills just starting to pop off here right through the mid courtyard, and Alabama Huntsville might not have a nice time.
Yeah, FTC finally getting a couple of eliminations. I think that's the first of the round here, and Fish wasn't able to find anything before being taken out. This is the moment where Dominguez Hills really needs to start turning things around. They've lost 2 in a row. They know their economy is going to be in worse shape. I mean, the most credits they have is 1,300, right? So they definitely need to get that economy up and ready for these upcoming rounds. And, you know, UAH, they're not necessarily playing their best this round, but they're in the lead 4-1, and that's no accident. FTC is going to find that 3rd elimination of the round. Going to look to make it 4, but maybe taking out, yep, drops the 4K there. So almost single-handedly keeps the team alive for that round.
I mean, I think that was just clean as well. Very
Agreed.
Quiet, very methodical almost, right? It wasn't some crazy action running around. It was just FTC surgically removing players off the map of Alabama Huntsville's side. And I think that's a little bit worrying, right? When you allow someone to surgically move around the map that quickly and you can't answer, I find that a bit worrisome coming out of Alabama. So I want to see him be able to react to this potential rotate. You know, have your teammates call out, hey, I just died. Make sure to try and cover this. Got to be a little bit more aware, I feel.
Yeah, absolutely. You definitely got to be a little bit more aware of your behinds. And I always say, you know, I sound like a broken record. You got to check your corners, right? You got to keep an eye on the corners and where your opponents might be. And we saw FTC do that as he was able to find the jet that was hiding in the corner. But can't just poke down long sights like that. Lon is going to take full advantage of that. And now it's going to be the teleport coming out from them as well. Looks like maybe just to get a little bit of recon and not able to find any value quite like they were looking for. But we definitely want to see a little bit more aggression coming out from our attacking team. They are on attack and they lost that last round, so now I feel like they're a little bit more nervous to move forward. A 4v5 in their favor nonetheless, and as I say it, that is going to be even more, it's going to be even better for them as now it is a 1v5, and no offense against Fish, but I'm not sure we're going to be seeing an ace come out here as they're almost all at full health.
That I have to say, after that last round, I was expecting a little bit more of a firefight, but that was just a very clean take of C site. Like again, FTC did it, and they're like, cool, we'll mirror it. We'll just clean it out. A flawless round out of Alabama Huntsville 1 here in the first half of game number 1.
Yeah, like you said, the first half of game number 1, we've still got 5 rounds until we're coming into that halftime. So if they're able to enter halftime looking at 10-2, I mean, there's only a couple of ways you could be in a better position, right? And of course, that is 11-1 and 12-0. So to go in with such an aggressive lead, that would be great. But all they really have to do, kind of that short-term goal, they have to win 2 more rounds, right? They want that majority going into halftime. They want to have that 7 because that guarantees they have more rounds going into halftime. But you think, you know, if they can get all the way up to 10-2, that's easy money, right?
Yeah, and it has to be a confidence booster, right?
Of course,
of course. Coming out against a 4-0 squad. Now, granted, CSUDH Gold have a little bit of a habit, you know, possibly giving up a few rounds that they probably shouldn't. So, you know, it makes it a little bit more entertaining watching them, of course. But I still think we're waiting to see as Fish. Yeah, okay. Fish, you can't do it with the Sheriff to them like that. But again, I'm very excited to see if Alabama Huntsville can secure a solid lead going into the second half and be able to pressure here on map 1.
They've got 2 ultimates online here, and it looks like Drowsy going to have that Breach ultimate as well, but, you know, maybe they need to rely a little bit less on ultimates, use the weapons that they have. We see a short buy coming out from Lon on the side of UAH, and the Sheriff from Fish, but he's already got some great value with it, right? Colt is going to have that Spectre as well, so we see a couple of short buys coming out from Dominguez Hills. Maybe that's going to give them a bit of a disadvantage because they have less fire in a firefight, but if they're able to get just a couple of cheeky eliminations, prevent a fight from happening, that could be huge for them.
And I like how far back they're playing, but Fish might smell it. You can see him rotating over. I don't think he's spotted yet.
Oh, it's a 1v3.
Very, very dangerous. Oh, just mowed down.
1v3, and all that man had was a Sheriff. There was a 0% chance of winning that firefight. That was a nightmare for Fish if I've ever seen one. But Lon is going to be able to take out Drowsy, so things looking even better. Only 11 seconds left. Plenty of time to plant the spike as there's no immediate defense. FTC is going to find Lon. Here comes that Hunter's Fury. Going to try to take out the spike planter, but the spike is already going to be planted. Bobik not with 1, but with 2, and Colt going to find that elimination off the back of it. Colt's already found 1. He's got to find 2 more, and it's going to be they're pretty much both at full health, that Breach and that Killjoy. Hopefully he checks his corners here. This could be a disaster.
Crossfire.
Oh, and he gets pincered.
Yeah, shot in the back. And I want to point out Bobik, actually with one of the hero plays there, recognized that the Hunter's Fury was out, actually rotated over after the second shot. Something that you do need to capitalize and understand the weaknesses of some of these ultimates, right? Hunter's Fury, 3 shots, yes, but the windup takes a while. You can actually see, I believe it was FDC actually swing over to try and catch that attack and actually got shot in the face for it. So Bobik doing very well to shut down that primary ultimate that can usually clear out a site and be able to stall out to be able to let Alabama Huntsville 1 win that round pretty much in a strong advantage.
Yeah, absolutely. And something to keep an eye out of as well is DCMH, you know, Cypher, or not Cyphers, Sovas and their Odins, right? Like, it's a gun we see all the time. It's a combination that comes out over and over. It's a great weapon to just light people up. FDC going to be committing to the Marshal, which, I mean, this late in the game, you might as well save up for the operator, but to each their own, of course. And Colt is going to be able to find Bobik. Dongle is going to take out Colt as well. A 4v3 in favor of our attacking team, UAH. They're currently 4 rounds in the lead, and they are 4 away from entering halftime at 10-2. This Haven could be a very quick matchup if they can keep up this momentum. Oh, that's going to help.
I just love seeing the Odin. Like, it's the best weapon ever. You're just walking around. You're the slowest member ever. You just going on a belt, and it's the most ridiculous thing I think I've seen, and I love it so much. So DCMH, hats off to you for being able to get that kill so cleanly.
Yeah, and I absolutely hate like being killed by it, but watching other people get killed by it, that's hysterical. Like that's top tier comedy, right? But when I get killed by it, I'm just sad, and I am better than them. But when they kill somebody else, then it is quite comedic. And it looks like DCMH, I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? Not only can you farm these credits, but you've got the Odin online. Don't get rid of it, right? It's an expensive gun.
I mean, yeah, like why waste it? That's like a 5,000 credit gun, I think. You're sitting there just like, yeah, I just spent all this money. It's like, yeah, I drove a Lamborghini for about 2 minutes. I'm gonna throw.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm bored.
I'm gonna drive a few more.
Yeah, you definitely don't expect them to buy these expensive guns and then trade them out for a sheriff or anything. It looks like DCMH is going to be doing just that. I think we're seeing FDC here with the Vandal as well, still sitting at that top frag, but that goes to show, unfortunately, that Dominguez Hill's just not having the best round because they just the best game so far, as he's been top fragger since that 4K like 5 rounds ago. So it has definitely not been a good look for them on these matchups, and the 2 eliminations in favor of UAH is going to make this round look even worse.
And the operator is actually out on Colt, but the spike is down. And I do like how Alabama Huntsville have kind of recognized that CSUDH Gold are actually a little bit slow on rotates over to site. So they kind of pick a site, hey, listen, fast rotates, and that's something that this map really tests. How well can you react to pushes? Can you read your opponent?
Oh no.
That much quicker? No. Like, how fast can you read it? And long.
Colt had one shot there, not to sound like a popular rap song, but he had one shot and one opportunity and he let it slip. That was definitely not a good look for him. And I think we saw FDC doing that same thing that we've seen from our defenders from Dominguez Hills. They keep approaching the exact same way. That's like the 4th time in a row, the 4th round in a row. They've rotated around the back and come through that doorway. And at this point, I mean, UAH, they're just waiting for it.
Yeah, so there comes a point, and now I'm going to sound like a broken record because I said this hundreds and hundreds of times at this point. You have to learn how to read your opponent and read the tempo. That is a huge thing when rounds reset, because it's just constant repetitive motions, right? Hey, we notice you like to move this way. We notice that, and reading the pattern and adjusting to the pattern is the whole point of this. However, UAH don't have to worry about that. They're like, cool, we'll play the same cards over and over again because you are playing the same cards as well. So far, UAH doing very well. You know, a couple picks here and there, not going to matter if they can find their rightful spots here in mid.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to see just two more eliminations coming out in favor of UAH here, and that's going to be another great round. Having 9 before halftime is great. If they're able to put that all the way up to 10, that's going to be all the better.
That's dirty. DCMH, that's just mean.
Insult to injury a little bit here on this one, and it's shocking because I mean, is UAH is the 2-2 team, right? Or are they the 4-0 team? Yeah, that's what I thought. Is they come into this 2-2 and they are currently rolling our 4-0 team.
Yeah, and that's not to say that they've been rolled themselves, right? This squad has taken numerous top tier teams. Their losses, I believe, one of them against one of the other top teams was actually 1-2. So it's not that they've faltered extremely heavily. It's not like they just dropped the games and it's a quick 45-minute set. They're still taking games off of it, and that actually gives a lot of these teams a lot of credence and a lot of respect, right? When you're 2-2, you don't have as much to fear, right? You already know you're middle of the pack. You can only really go up at that point. Whereas the person at the top tends to have to worry a lot. And, you know, CSUDH Gold coming out here, getting a round win back after 4-round run. You know, they have a lot to lose. You know, they have the reputation, and that sometimes weighs on the mental. Not always, I will say, but sometimes does weigh on them and say, hey, I have to perform. When you don't, sometimes that jitter can set in. So we'll have to see if that's the same on the attacker side. Maybe they just feel more comfortable on attacking. But so far, the defense definitely shaky.
Yeah, absolutely. The defense not looking super good here so far, and we've just seen a couple of misplays, and you have to wonder, you know, maybe they're not warmed up yet, maybe they just need to get things figured out, or maybe they're just a team that thrives on the offense. But if they're able to win this upcoming round and go into halftime 8-4, that is so much better than 9-3, right? 10-2. 8-4, you can absolutely come back from, especially if your team performs a little bit better on that offense. But Bobek coming out first with that Blade Storm, gonna try to find some early value, but nobody's on point, gonna miss a couple of blades, and Colt gonna take Bobek offline there. Dongle's gonna be able to find Drowsy for the trade, and gonna to find 2. Cold's going to be taken out as well. So this breach, I mean, it's not every day a breach is your top fragger, but right now Dongle is just sitting at the top of the leaderboard and the most eliminations in lobby. There's still an operator online from Fish coming out from CSUDH, but there's an operator from Lawn as well on that opposing team. And it looks like the spike already going to be planted on C. So this is where we really normally see Dominguez Hill struggle, is after the spike has been planted. They really need to look and try to get these eliminations early on. Oh, that's big though. Great showstopper.
There you go. Showstopper grabs 1, but Dongle's gonna get a 3K before falling. So that's a nice cleanup, and that's a nice round win. You were talking about they need to grab 1, at least set it at 4 and 8, and now they made it happen. Extreme Pyro, I was not expecting that showstopper to grab a kill, but that's one way to go out in that final round of the half in style.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you said, going out in style, and now we get to switch sides a little bit. So we're going to see, can Dominguez Hills perform a little bit stronger on that offense? Maybe they just need to get warmed up here on Haven. And the best thing about, at least in my opinion, the best thing about a best of 3 like this is if you lose the first map, it's not really over, you know? Of course, you're at a deficit. You're going to have to win 2 maps back to back, but you get a lot of information about your team, even if you are the team that lost. And if you're the team that wins, you're in an even better position, right? So map 1 can really make your team look great, but also it's not going to break your team if you lose it. So even if Dominguez Hills ends up losing this first round here on Haven, then they've definitely got a little bit to look forward to on Ascend.
Yeah, and I believe in Matt Pick and Ban, it was actually Alabama Huntsville that showed, or no, it was CSUDH Gold. So I always say whoever picked the map, you kind of have to deal with whatever happens to it, and that's kind of on you, right? So they did pick this map. If they lose, it is a little bit more devastating, I would say, but not to the point where, like you said, it ruins their whole mental. It's just, it feels bad. You chose a map, you thought that was going to be your map, and it's just not. And so I mean, already this round 2 frags, so not bad, but they did tag a few members, so the Jet and Breach sitting, I think, around 20 to 25 HP each.
Yeah, and FDC here going to find DCMH, so one Sova takes out another with that Ghost, and the pressure coming out from both these teams, it's to 4v3 in favor of UAH, and they have had most of these rounds in their favor relatively aggressively. So now we have to see, are they going to be able to keep up that constant momentum? And also, Lon with that shorty again, got 1 kill already, and I'd love to see a second one.
Yeah, we love to see it, but at the same time, I don't know how many people want to face check into that.
Yeah, very
like,
true,
oh,
very
yeah,
true.
There's a shorty that hurts.
Yeah, the shorty often does not miss at close quarters, so Lon is probably not going to miss the shot if given the opportunity. Dongle, however, able to find the wall bang onto FDC there, so Cold going to be pushing into point. They actually, I don't think they're going to get a spike plant for this, and if anything, that Cyber Cage just gave away where they were, but as Drowsy picks up Lon, and we see the Breach pushing in is in critical health as well, so the Jet going to be putting it on. Dongle finds 1, Cold finds 1. Again, Colt's got more health than the other 2 combined. He's going to be able to find Dongle. I want to see the 3K Colt. Make it happen. Give us the 3K we want to see. But no, it's Bobik with a 3K of their own, able to take Colt out of the fight and defuse the spike. That's going to be a 9th round in favor of UAH.
And that was honestly, you know, normally, right, the pistol round doesn't mean much, but that was very, very close. Now I feel it's going to be a 10-4 before CSUDH are able to make any big plays again, because again, right, always give up the second round, and most of the time give up the second round. So Alabama Huntsville 1 step closer to being able to take this map number 1. Just well played by them. And wow, okay, so instead of just SMGs, I'm liking this. We do see the Marshall coming out. Plus, I believe that is a Judge as well.
I love the Judge. I absolutely love the Judge. It's one of my favorite weapons.
That's a double Judge.
That is a double Judge coming out, so that's definitely going to be an unusual matchup there. No, excuse me, that is the Ares, I believe, not the Judge coming out from Lawn and DCMH. They're going to be able to find a kill. Drowsy is going to find a classic kill onto Lawn, so able to take 1 out of the fight. Drowsy finding another. Dongle picking up Cold with that Spectre, so it's going to be a 3v3 here. The defending team definitely looking good. Bobik able to find Drowsy, already committing that Blade Storm as well. I mean, keep in mind, folks, this is the 2nd round after halftime. That is huge.
And Bobik sitting on a prayer, 2 HP, clutches that last shot with the Blade Storm. Oh, it was looking so good for CSUDH Gold. They almost had that round, almost able to turn around with simply pistols. And unfortunately falter, but honestly, that was a scary round if you're Alabama Huntsville fan. I feel they shouldn't have even given up that many kills to begin with in that round, and yet it happens. So a little bit worrisome, and you can definitely see CSUDH Gold, I think, feeling a lot more comfortable here.
Yeah, and I don't want to sound like an idiot, but the more I watch this, I think we might have had the teams backwards, and I'm gonna get back to you guys on that. But I'm gonna confirm it with my production in a little bit here, but I think.
Okay, so yeah, we are.
So
crazy.
yeah, we were given the wrong information at the beginning of the game, and you guys are gonna have to forgive us for that. But the team that is 4-0 is the team that's playing like they're 4-0. That's gonna be Dominguez Hills on the right side. It's gonna be UAH on the left. So you guys are gonna have to forgive us for that somewhere along the way, getting today and tonight set up. It is. Dominguez Hills is the winning team. The 4-0 team is the team that's up 10-4. You guys are gonna have to forgive us on that one.
I thought that was the case, and so I had my notes all prepped. I was looking back and forth. I was like, is that what it is? And I mean, now it all makes sense, right?
It all makes so much more sense, right? It all adds up. You guys are gonna have to forgive us. It is very late here on the East Coast, and it has been one heck of a day. So you guys are gonna forgive us about that. But actually, as we say it, this 4-0 team playing like they're 4-0. It looks like they're gonna lose this round a little bit. So it looks like we are gonna see a little bit of a comeback from UAH, who is now on the offense.
Yep, and so I do like this. They are attempting, and you can see the A site hold. And again, Lon with this Vandal, not exactly the one that you want to be the last one standing, but so far he's making it work. Going out. A little bit of a blind, but almost gets caught. Able to hold off, and there's 2-on-1. Ooh. Tag extremely low, tries to reload, gets caught with his pants down. You hate to see it, and it's so unfortunate, but well timed. So Alabama Huntsville won, grabbing themselves a round, and that's now 5-10 CSUDH gold. Just need 3 more rounds to be able to close it out and be able to push on into that Ascent map.
Yeah, and something crazy to consider is Bobic was just... I mean, I just want to talk about that Blade Storm on second round. I was so distracted by the fact that we had the teams mixed up that I didn't get to really comment on it. But I mean, a second round after halftime Blade Storm, like that's crazy. Like that's nuts. So that is super cool to see that come out. And of course, he got that 4K in the pistol round, so it comes out a little bit earlier than we would expect. But now they don't have that ultimate online. They're coming up on a couple, but Colt already has that Neural Theft online. So if he's able to get a kill, that'll give them a bunch of recon, and that'll be super great to keep an eye out for. We see a very short buy coming out from Dominguez Hills. I'm gonna call that a short buy. 2 sheriffs and a couple of Buckies is pretty much a short buy there, and Dongle going to be the first one taken out by Fish using the Vandal with that wall bang. So now first time again in favor. Fish with the triple kill. Blinken, you missed it. Over half of the team just ripped apart. DCMH is going to find one, but Colt finds another, and Dominguez Hills, whichever team is Dominguez Hills to us, is the team that starts losing. I don't know what that's all about, but now it's actual Dominguez Hills. They were doing so well, but they finally get things working out in their favor, and UAH, they're coming back. It took them a couple of rounds, but now there's only a 4-point differential.
You know, Caster Curse is a real thing. This is advanced Caster Curse. That's what this is, and I hate to say it, but it's making up for some very, very fun gameplay here. Again, if a 2-2 team is able to take map 1, I think that is going to be very, very nice moving into the next couple maps. And you know, again, this is a squad that I think even at 2-2 has tangled with the best so far and has shown that they can hold their own. So moving in, if they can continue this slow accumulation of the rounds, we could very well see this go into the double digits. They might be able to make it into that 11 standing, and might see some crazy stuff happen.
Absolutely, we definitely want to see some good lookouts coming from these teams here. And now Drowsy going to be able to find another elimination. But Lon and Bobic, they're going to find 3 in the mix up there with the help of DCMH. Fish able to find 1 more, but it's going to come down to Sova versus the world here. He is the top fragger on the side of the attacking team. Picks up Bobic, but Lon with the triple kill is going to be able to take that Sova offline. They're only 2 points away from securing this first round.
Honestly, now that we're watching them, right, it feels so good, right? Looking down the
planets have aligned. Like it just.
and I have to give credit. This is a team that I think I've also seen and been able to take a look at. I've been able to cast a lot of these squads from CSUDH all along the different leagues that they played in, right? And what I can say above all, at least I feel in my opinion, is they're very evenly spread. No one shines too bright, but at the same time, everyone shines extremely bright. These are guys that are not afraid to pass the baton and say, hey, we know what we need to do to win each round in style.
Absolutely, and I think that's a great observation as well, because Dongle's sitting at the most for Dominguez Hills at 16, and the person with the least is going to be Chris with 10. So there's only a 6-point differential or 6-kill differential. And then on the other side, we see FDC, I believe, is going to be the one. No. Yeah, FDC is going to be the one there that has 15 eliminations, and Extreme Pyro sitting at the bottom with less than half at 7. So that's definitely not a good look for them. And Dongle, I mean, I commented on this earlier. It's not every day that Breach is your top fragger, but Dongle so far, I mean, 1 kill away from the 20K.
Yeah, and I think he's gonna get his 20K here.
Got one more round to do it.
4-round point. I mean, 12-6, close it out real nice, and just say, yeah, happy days. Let's move on to the next game.
Absolutely. And Dongle, I love the fact that Breach is so successful here, because I feel we've been seeing Breach a little bit more common recently. He was kind of being switched in and out a little bit, back and forth, you know, oh, he's good, oh, he's not, and, you know, blah, blah, blah. But with the recent changes onto Reyna and the introduction of the new character, which isn't coming out here in NECC yet, we could see some more meta shifts along the line, but pretty consistently we've seen some characters. Cypher, I don't think I've seen a game without a Cypher since I've been casting Valorant. I think he's pretty much a mainstay, and it looks like we're going to be hearing that Hunter's Fury come out from DCMH or FDC. I'm honestly not sure which one that was. It looks like it's going to be FDC here, trying to find some value on B, but nobody's going to be in the way, so he's not going to be able to find a kill.
I feel that was also very early. Usually you want to clear it, use that ultimate once you know there are some enemies to catch, and because that's kind of what happens. Lawn just mows them all down with a lawnmower, and that turns it into a 4-on-2, and I think Alabama Huntsville kind of know that they're stuck in a rut here.
Yeah, they definitely are stuck in a rut. They're going to be down by 6 rounds, so definitely not something you want to happen. But Bobek able to find a kill onto Fish, and unfortunately Lon with the 4K gonna clean it up. And Dominguez Hills, even though we didn't think it was Dominguez Hills for a very large portion of that game, they are able to win it all. So they win Haven there, and that is going to push us into our second map, which will be Ascent. So definitely keep an eye out for that. And I believe Ascent was Dominguez Hills map pick. I'm not positive on that though.
No, so Alabama Huntsville actually chose that one. So it went down Haven, Ascent, Split, which is kind of standard. Bind and Icebox were banned away. I believe Bind was banned away by CSUDH too, so they didn't want to play on that one. Of course, one of the most played maps here in Valorant. Icebox banned away by Alabama Huntsville, which honestly has seen a little bit more play lately, which I think is great. You can see it a lot in the pro leagues, and having a bunch of fun there. So again, very well done though by CSUDH, and so love to see it, and I can't wait to see what they can do here in map number 2.
Absolutely, and map number 2 is going to be coming to you all in just a couple of minutes. We're going to take a quick 5-minute break, let the players get up, stretch, and you guys should all do the same. Everybody check your posture right now. I'm sure we're all slouching. I actually know I am. Take some water as well during this break, and we'll see you guys in just a couple of minutes.
What sound experience would you like today?
I'll have the fantasy pack.
Good choice.
And could you make it a Cloud 2 wireless?
On his way, sir.
Sounds amazing.
Wow.
What is going on, everybody, and welcome back. It's going to be Orbital and Septilence bringing the heat once again. It's going to be here on Ascent, same schools, UAH and CSUDH, and we will get them right this time. We are going to apologize about that one more time. Things got lost in translation. Won't happen again, but hey, that's part of working in live production, right, is people will make mistakes. Anywho, moving into Ascent, we see that team that is 4-0 playing up to that very name. They take Haven 13-6, I believe was that ending score, and now, I mean, I assume we're going to be seeing heat just like that brought again.
Yeah, and this time around, though, Alabama Huntsville obviously had map choice. They don't get to decide what side, which attack or defense they'll be starting first. But if this is the map that they have selected of the 3 remaining, I do expect a little bit cleaner play.
You expect confidence, right?
Yeah, and so that's a huge thing. Like I said before, CSUDH Gold chose Haven as their first map. So in the same breath, Alabama Huntsville should have a few tricks up their sleeve that they hope to bring out here in the second map and be able to take it home a little bit. It was 6-13 at the very end of that, so I do congratulate them for being able to take those 6 rounds. Now I'm hoping to see 8-9, maybe even go all the way, maybe force it into double digits on both sides.
Yeah, definitely would love to see maybe bringing it down to the wire a little bit more. And 13-6 is obviously not the worst score. It could be 13-1 or 13-0, but you definitely want to see things get a little bit closer. So, seeing those crazy matchups that go 13-11 or, sometimes even like 15-13 or just the crazy scores like that. So it would be great to see maybe a little bit more confidence coming out from Alabama on the second map, because we saw, they got rolled a little while. They were for a little while, rather.
Yeah, and I mean, just the last series that we got to see, it went all the way into that overtime, right? Last score, I think, was 14-12. So we have seen it tonight, and I'm excited to see if we can see it again, because, again, if a 2-2 squad is able to force the 4-0 CSUDH Gold, that has major implications moving off into that playoff stage, considering this is week 5. This is where you need to start buckling down, getting your wins where they can, and especially not just series wins, but game wins. Remember, game wins count huge. So if you lose, don't lose 0-2, lose 1-2 if you can. Force that third game, get a win under your belt, and you put yourself a little bit closer, not a full step, maybe a half step above your other competitors.
Absolutely. So it's definitely going to be something to keep an eye out for as well. Like you said, coming into this week 5, you definitely want to buckle down. This is your time to really start showing up and showing off. And, an undefeated team, that's all they're really going to look to do, right, is show off and keep that undefeated score for as long as they can. We see it time and time again coming out from these teams. And now, I said it already, but you've got to hope that Alabama, hopefully they can really bring the heat here on Ascent, because that definitely was not their best matchup there on Haven. And now I believe we're also seeing a sub. I saw it there in chat just a moment ago. It looks like Fish is going to be subbed out for Mage, so that Omen player is going to be subbed out instead. And they could come in as Omen as well. It's just a different person. It doesn't have to be a different agent. But we could see also some different matchups there.
Yeah, we could. And something to point out is last time we were kind of talking about the situation with CSUDH Gold's agent selection, right? Didn't run the Cypher, didn't run a lot of those extremes, and actually ran the Killjoy and the Breach, something that I don't usually expect to see on stuff like this. Usually you want the camera set up by the Cypher, so a little bit more aggressive, in my opinion, right? These are agents that do like to get in your face, do like to use those ultimates to great advantage, and can clear sites very quickly. So I'm interested to see if we do see them do this again, and if they're able to utilize this kind of less information giving and more just kind of brute forcing fights. It's kind of like the old school FPS days where you're literally just relying on snapshotting on someone, right? You spot the enemy, you take a shot, that's it. Whereas this game, a lot of teams do like to use that information sourcing, right? Hey, someone's coming around the corner, prep for that shot. Instead of this is more like my instincts are taking over. So I like what CSUDH Gold are having. Hopefully we see a bit more here as well.
Yeah, and I think that we're going to be a little bit more likely to see Killjoy on Ascent, just in terms of she's better on the offense and defense, where Cypher only really thrives on that defense. So Killjoy can play both sides of that same coin, and I also think that she gets a lot of value with the lockdown on these points. They're very small, and there's a lot of great places to put them where they can still reach the entirety of the point, so the spike can't be planted, or, it can allow you to plant it depending on which side of the game that you're on. And she just generally has a more aggressive, mobility kit in terms of Cypher. He kind of just hangs out on a point by himself, where Killjoy kind of moves a little bit more consistently with the team, gets a little bit of recon, and then follows up off the back of it.
Yeah, I think one of my favorite things is watching Killjoys. Over, I think it's in B main. You can actually hop up on the boxes and you plant the lockdown right on top if you're on the attacking side, and you pray a Sova doesn't shoot it well into his Fury. But little sneaky places to plant that that lockdown are all the rage here. And there are some very, I think 2 weeks ago, I saw a pretty hype firefight between a Sova and a Killjoy just constantly going at it. I saw 3 of the lockdowns get shut out just by the Sova ultimates. It was always a match for match, and it's just like, that has to hurt if you're playing Killjoy at that point. So if we see the Killjoy here, I hope that doesn't happen to them, but if it does, gotta play it out as you see it.
Yeah, and I remember I was casting a Valorant tournament like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and somebody asked if the Killjoy was allowed, like if it was cheating, if the Killjoy planted her ultimate on top of the lamps on Ascent, like the street lamps. And I'm still wondering, like I've never seen that happen, so that's such an ominous statement to me. Like I have no idea what that looks like, and I mean in that tournament it was legal to be fair, but I never saw it happen myself. It was just something that I saw somebody type, "Oh, is this allowed?" And I was like, "You can do that?" Like I'm so dumbfounded. And I hope somebody just one of these days just coincidentally drops one of those. I would love to see it.
It reminds me of since we have a little bit of time, we are having that substitution go in. I'm bringing in an old school memory for anyone that's played CS:GO, the Olaf Meister boost, one of the most controversial moments in CS:GO history, and that's kind of what's happening here as Valorant becomes played more and more. You find these little tricks because that's what you have to do. There's not really anything that sets you apart after you play a decent amount of rounds, right? Personally, I don't know what that would consists of because again everyone is able to get a lot of experience at a time, but once you play enough, everyone hits that point where you have to find the little niche changes, right? The little thing that can set you above your opponent, and if that's sticking your freaking lockdown on top of a lamppost that you are not supposed to get, maybe by a stage booth or something, more power to you. Absolutely. If you figure out how to stick it on top of a roof somehow, I will be wholeheartedly impressed. But yeah, lampposts are one of them, as well as streetlights. Just crazy places you can put it and just hope your opponent doesn't see it.
Yeah, and the fascinating thing about these kind of first-person shooters, these competitive games as a whole, is like you said, people are always going to get better, so you're going to have to start finding those niche tips and those niche tricks that can really put you above the rest of the competition because certain things can only be done so many times before they become an expectation. So when you bring out those crazy plays, putting a Killjoy lockdown on top of a lamppost, like nobody's going to be expecting that. But, if you're just dropping it on top of a box on the other side of the wall, like people are eventually going to start expecting that play to come through. And it's something interesting is these players, every year, every competitive season, the level of skill has to get higher because the players are continuously getting better. So it's this exponential growth.
Yeah, and I think one of the funniest things that I've always seen is there is a point where actually the skill and the skills you utilize actually hard shift in the other direction, right? When you're first starting out, there's a tendency, the micro mechanics of you walk in, you aim, you shoot. When you get higher up, there's usually the crouching, make sure your aim is a little bit better. Maybe you toggle back and forth, try and throw out the enemy's aim. And then at the very top, sometimes the basics throw people off, right? You're expecting your opponent to hit the crouch button or to do all these crazy things. And I love that fact because maybe at some point, Killjoy tossing a lockdown literally in the middle of a floor might be the play to make because everyone's expecting it on a lamppost or something, right? And just those little things, the mind games that can come out here in some of these scenes, I love that thought going in.
Absolutely, and we were just about to get into that Agent Select, but it was the wrong map. It's still on Haven, so we're going to flip it over to Ascent. That substitution finally came through. I know you guys in chat are probably itching to get into this second matchup, which could be the last if Dominguez Hills plays the same way they did on Haven there. So Ascent could end in their favor all the same, but that was just a quick prank on you guys. We're not actually going back to Haven. We're going to be jumping over to Ascent. Same teams, and it looks like there's 4 players on the attacking side right now, so I don't know where somebody just went. I don't know. Oh, just kidding. They're back. It was... Hey.
Yep. So we will be getting in, unfortunately, just very short technical delays. I mean, anyone that's played any Riot games knows exactly what that feels like.
Anybody that's ever watched something happen live knows that we're going to have issues like this. It's definitely just the unfortunate truth of working in live broadcasting like this. We can't control these types of issues, and people make mistakes, right? So, yeah, somebody did have to quit out. I forgot that you couldn't just go back to lobby. So they had to quit out. They're going to be rejoining, and we're going to jump into Ascent, our proper map. And honestly, I hope that we see either a Skye, which you don't really see on Ascent often. I just like her a lot, and I would also like to see Yoru. I think those would both be interesting picks. I think those would just be nice change of life swaps to see coming out.
I think one that I haven't seen utilized that much is actually Viper. Viper, I've seen actually, we have seen it actually here in a lot of the streamed matches here at the NECC, which I think is fantastic. Has one of the best ultimates, the Viper Pit. Lots of great utility that you can pop up with that. One of the few that it's like, the poison lockdown. You every time you sit in it, you have to worry about your health gauge dropping lower and lower. And I think it's a great utility if you can get your team behind it. But of course, one of the fewest played agents on the map. I think you're taking one of the bottom 3, right, along with Sky and Euro. I'm so sorry about that, Septimus. But that is true.
A single tier. Yeah, no, absolutely. Something that both Viper and Reyna were really just like mainstays. They were solid picks, and then they both got nerfed into the ground. Reyna a little bit more than Viper, but Viper is still, in my opinion, at the very least, my humble casting opinion, in an unplayable position. So I think that she won't really be seen either, which stinks because I agree. I really like her kit. Like, I think she's interesting, but picking her really might be a throw pick in the current position that she is in. We're going to see Drowsy on the Phoenix, which I love to see. Phoenix, one of my favorite agents in the game. And other than that, it looks like we're going to be seeing some pretty basic picks here. Nothing out of the ordinary. FTC currently sitting on the Yoru, hasn't locked it in yet, so I'd love to see it. But yeah,
5 seconds. We're counting down. We are going to count this out. 1, 0. Is he going to do it?
Oh, he does it! He does it! Oh, it's going to be Yoru coming out here. That's 5. That's 5 damage dealers here. There's no recon. There's no smokes. It's just 5 damage dealers coming out from our attacking team. Wow. That is something. I don't think I've ever seen that.
I thought that was going to come out of CSUDH gold, right? Like, that's what I was kind of thinking going in, because of their aggressive pattern, because of how they want to play it, and because of the composition they ran before, right? Before they ran that style of just not using the Cypher, not using that, and this time it is complete aggression coming out of Alabama Huntsville 1. And again, this is their map. If this is the style they want to play, we might be in for one hell of a treat.
Yeah, no, very much so. I hope that this is just like a bloodbath. Like, I hope this is just an absolute massacre coming out from our attacking team, because 5 DPS, 5 damage dealers like this, that is a risk. That is a huge risk. This has to be successful if they really want to make this work. They need to win this pistol round. They need to secure that next round. And I mean, they're going to have no information on anybody except for these Sova recon darts.
Well, here's the thing. The best part, Yoru actually has misinformation. So the first time
Very true.
I want to see these fake footsteps going in, that could play ridiculous mind games on them, but already a couple shots going out as a Colt takes a little bit of, I think, a shock dart to the face.
Yeah, maybe caught that shock dart with their face, unfortunately. And Mage going to be able to find the first kill onto Lawn with that Sheriff. That's going to be a great look as well. Bobic trying to find a little bit of value here, looking for 1 kill, but not able to find it quite yet. Mage is going to be taken out by DCMH, so it's going to be a 4v4. A lot of damage on the attacking side. Drowsy able to take out Dongle as well, and Extreme Pyro going to go for an early plant here.
Yeah, and Bobic actually sitting under this little shed and is able to get a couple kills on the back end. But remember, everyone on the other side is there already. And Colt is just waiting around the freaking corner.
Yeah, this is working out not flawlessly, but better than I expected already. I thought the 5 DPS was not going to work out super well, but I mean, they get it down to that 2v2. They are going to be taken out by DCMH and Chris for the win, and they're going to get the defuse. But honestly, I expected a bit of a steamroll coming through there, so to take it down to that 2v2, definitely a good look to start off.
Yeah, and now we're going to start seeing hopefully some craziness. Again, CSUDH gold obviously coming out with that round win. Should see some SMGs coming out and a full econ I'm expecting from the side of Alabama Huntsville 1. So I want to say that they have the opportunity and they're just hard sprinting again, right? Get the round over as quickly as possible. But I really want to see this Yoru. Again, Yoru, least played agent currently here in episode 2, act 2 of Valorant. If FDC, who, mind you, was one of the top fraggers, I think, for his team previously, right? If he doesn't show up here, it might either confirm or deny that Yoru should not be picked up.
Maybe he is setting a precedent here, right? Maybe he is really trying to show the world Yoru can be played on Ascent, whether you like it or not. And, you know, maybe they get 13-0'd here and everything we're saying now won't matter in 20 minutes. But, you know, maybe they bring the heat back all the same. But no, it's Bobic with the double. It's Dongle with the double, and that is a flawless round. That was a massacre.
How to speedrun deaths in Valorant right there, ladies and gentlemen.
That's it.
I mean, and it's to be expected, right? You're rushing SMGs, and right? Get the round over as quickly as possible, reset mental, right, and all that fun stuff. So I want to see what weapons they can bring out here. All right, Mage, Mage, don't do it. Actually,
Mage, don't do it.
Drowsy. They're literally tossing an Odin back and forth. I think that's what occurred right there.
So somebody has an Odin, but none of them want it, which is the funniest part because that gun is super expensive. It has an insane fire rate, and the defending team right now, they have to go for kind of that short pipe. Bobik has an Ares, or not an Ares, yeah, an Ares online. So that is fascinating to say the very least. We see the 4 Spectres online as well, and it looks like we're going to see a couple of Vandals coming out from our attacking team. So UAH trying to find some value. They want to get any point on the board.
This is a pretty good way to do it. Nice little cut down. Colt trading 1-for-1 with his life. That's still both sides locked down. So thus far, Alabama Huntsville won. Can't find an opening just yet. However, B site is looking a little bit juicy.
Yeah, B site is looking a little bit good here. It's going to be that 3v3 as Dongle's taken out by Drowsy. Excuse me, 4v3 as Drowsy takes Dongle out of the fight there on the spike. Still going to be alive, but Bobik going to be able to tie things up. Finds Mage on that jet super early on. I wish Mage was playing Sage so we could like rhyme and whatnot. That would be a lot of fun. But no, unfortunately, no rhyming here today, my friends. And now it's going to be that 3v2 in favor of our defending team once again. But all of a sudden, that 2v2 as Drowsy picks up another elimination, just one away from a 3K here. Here comes a great firewall.
Yeah, 3K would also give him the run it back for round 4. And having those ultimates online and being able to utilize it might be good, but no, Lon snaps it up.
What a sneak.
Extreme Pyro, though, might want to make it a clutch. See if we can pull it off.
They're both, I think they're both juggling around 80, 90 health right now. So they've both taken a little bit of damage, but not a lot, quite enough to set a firefight in either one's favor. However, a great wallbang shot onto Extreme Pyro is going to be not great for them there. Lon going to go for the kind of just as much of the defuse as he can get, rotate around the boxes and take Extreme Pyro to the graveyard. Going to pick up a triple kill, going to get the defuse. Oh, a little bit of tactical crouching there, sending a message here. Going to be a 3rd point online for our defending team. This is a great start so far.
Is that what we're calling it now? Tactical crouching?
That's what I like to call it. That's what I like to call it. Tactical crouching.
I like it though. Lon's 3 kills come in to help secure the 3rd round. 4th round coming out here. You can see a Bobik holding that ever impressive Odin there. And looks like Alabama Huntsville might be relegated into the econ. No, Marshall picked up with some light shielding as well. Little bit worried about how they're trying to play this econ. And also, if you have to run it back, you don't want a sniper, I don't think.
Right.
So.
Yeah, that's not a good combo. Yeah, we kind of proof in the pudding here. We see this time and time again. Mage doesn't buy anything on the jet, but you know that means the Blade Storm is coming out when they have it online. Able to find an immediate elimination. It looks like Drowsy gonna find Dongle as well. So the Marshal, you know, those recent buffs definitely paying off. Takes the enemy jet offline. Here comes a kill from Chris onto Extreme Pyro. So it is gonna be a 4v3 in favor of our attacking team for just a moment. And Mage still alive with that Blade Storm online, just looking for an opportunity. Drowsy with another on the Marshal, just putting on a masterclass of how to play the 2nd best sniper in the game for the time being. And Colt has an operator, so it is twice as funny that Drowsy is the one getting these kills and Colt is not getting any kills with the operator here. Chris trying to put a little bit of pressure on, not able to find the kill quite yet. Is going to find Drowsy, however, with the wall bang. So a little bit of good luck there, a little bit of accuracy, able to turn this into a 3v2.
I was just so surprised that he was able to pick up those couple kills, and that's another snap as they're going to try and push along these rafters. Let's see if they can pull it off.
And they're going to be pushing into A heaven here. And actually, with that being, I think, the 4th operator purchase of the 2 maps, that's the first operator kill I think we've seen. So it are going to find that successful operator kill, and Mage just in the face with that Blade Storm secures the thrifty round here for the attackers. They finally get something online, almost all thanks to Mage, as they were able to find 2 great kills with that Blade Storm.
You heard the surprise in my voice, and that's just because, again, they were running with a Marshall Blade Storm as their primary objectives. Yes, Colt had the operator, didn't really get that much, but Drowsy dropping 2 with the Marshall in instances where I don't think he should have gotten the kills, right?
Agreed.
Mage picking up a full house sweep with no guns really in the inventories. I have to give him props for that, and maybe they can make another surprise happen as the running back goes out.
Yeah, the running back is going to come out around the corner. It looks like, yep, going to catch Lon kind of with his pants down there, kind of stuck around the corner, and unfortunately going to be a 5v4 in favor of our attackers once again. Well, I guess that's only unfortunate for the defenders. The attackers are probably pretty stoked about that. They don't have a lot of ultimates online. They have that Showstopper. They have that Empress as well, and we see 3 ultimates, 2 for the round as Lon was already taken out, but both the Hunter's Fury and the Lockdown are already from the defending team, so we can see this possibly get some great value off of that. But DCMH able to find Drowsy with the headshot there, but going to be taken out by FDC on that Yoru, who actually, that was his first elimination of the game, so finally going to be coming back to life a little bit, trying to find some value there.
And I like how much ground they are giving by CSUDH Gold because they do have the lockdown on the defending side. I'm personally always in favor of giving a little bit, using that defending lockdown to be able to flush out the opponent after they plant. Right, I always feel that's a huge thing, as we do see those mimic footsteps going out, but I don't think anyone's fooled by FDC's attempt.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's going to be fooled quite yet by that, and we just see a lot of players waiting. Like, there was like 4 people all waiting around the corner. Colt and Extreme Pyro going to be able to pick up 2 kills there. Colt getting another kill on the operator, so really getting a lot more value here. And Extreme Pyro kind of just turning the corner and praying, but it definitely worked out well in their favor. Chris is going to be able to pick up Colt and get rid of the operator, but FDC's got plenty of time to grab it. They're going to be able to bring it back before the reset.
Bobek's got to feel bad about that. That was 3 judge shots that went off and just complete whiffing. You hate to see it. But at the same time, now with the ultimates available, I'm expecting him to really just sit back, not play that kind of lurking potential. Use that Hunter's Fury. You have so much good clearance here that you could easily secure a round for yourselves. You just allow the enemy team to funnel in.
Yeah, absolutely. And something that my personal favorite way to use the Hunter's Fury is to kill the person that is going to plant the spike, because you've got pretty good recon on where they are. And okay, Colt is going to get a great operator kill once again onto DCMH. Going to be a great fight opener, a 5-4 here. And now DCMH taken out of the fight again, currently sitting at 3-4. And Bobek is rocking the shorty. This is a very short buy for our defending team that may cost them the round here, as we just see a lot of great value coming out for UAH.
On using that blind as best as possible, but FDC able to mimic his way out of that death. Very nice hold, as he is now 3-4-2, and this is going to be a nice push, as you do see the Jet rotating and firefighting, as Mage is able to clean one up as well.
Yeah, so all of a sudden, a 5v4 turns into a 5v2. Dongle with a great time shot onto FDC there is going to be able to take them out of the fight. And Colt, I believe, is just around the corner with that operator. I thought we saw a couple of shots just for the moment there, and now it's going to be that toe-to-toe down main. Mage is going to be able to find Dongle as well. It is Bobek and a dream here. All he has is a shorty to his name. The spike has been planted, and I mean, if he drops a 4K, I'll absolutely lose my mind. But something tells me, you know, my casting instinct tells me we're probably not going to be seeing a 4K with a shorty happen anytime soon.
Not unless they go chase, which I don't think any team would really ever attempt to do, right? You never chase or kills. That's always leading to a bad point, but their Mage grabs a 3. That's a rough time. You know, Bobek's just like, bro, I want my Odin back. I don't want to rock this.
Yeah, he's probably pretty sad he had to pull out the shorty. He just wants to bring another Odin online, but unfortunately not able to find that quite yet. Colt still hanging out of that operator. I think that was 2 rounds in a row, able to find at least 1 elimination. So definitely finding great value off that already. And even the time they died, they were able to grab it. So it's really not like they're losing any credits holding onto this weapon. DCMH going to be bringing out an operator of their own, possibly to contest Colt just a little bit. And you've got to hope it pays off, because if you spend all those credits on an operator just to have your head taken off, that's going to make your economy in shambles. But no, it pays off straight away. All right, Caster bless right there, as DCMH was able to find Colt, takes that operator clear, finds 2, picks up Mage as well. That's going to be another kill. So maybe DCMH just needed to wait to get this operator online, because I mean, it is clearly working out.
I love the fact that this is the first time we see him grab it, I think, and he just pops off too. And again, he's sitting, this is his big gamble. He's gonna no, he won't. FDC says, bruh, give it back. Revenge with his teammates. Operator in hand. Oh man, I'm loving this so far.
Yeah, DCMH and his wax wings fly a little bit too close to the sun there, has his head taken off by FDC, and now that operator is still online. So if you are anybody on the defending team, that is, you're a little bit scared.
You can't not be scared when you have a body tap weapon that drops you if you shoot them in the hand. That you can't not be scared of that. And now we're actually going to see him jump all the way back. And this is still defender CSUDH looking really nice here in a 2-on-4 positioning. And not only that, again, multiple ultimates to be able to clear it out, be able to prop themselves up here, and possibly move it to a 4-on-3. But
30 seconds
FDC says, bro, sit down. Lon says, no, you.
The operator trades back and forth. We've now seen 4 people in this round with an operator. Lon is the 4th person this round to be carrying an operator. And Extreme Pyro now rocking the Vandal has to go up at a 1-3. Bobic gonna turn the corner. I'm not sure they know. A great recon bolt. They're gonna try to get any kind of info. And 10 seconds left. Maybe you just go for a couple of exit frags here. But I mean, you don't even have the spike, right? So realistically, as the attacker, you know you probably have to give this round away. Gonna turn the corner and Bobic with the headshot. I don't even know if there's time left on the clock there, but it looks like that is going to end in favor of Dominguez Hills.
Yeah, that's one of those classic points of just like, ooh, ran around the corner.
Yeah.
It's that the top 3, in my opinion, is that, you know, walking with your back towards each other, checking a corner, and then flipping away just as an opponent comes through a doorway. There are so many things that just feel like an FPS curse.
Yeah, or checking a corner and you're so ready for someone to not be there, so you look away, but then you realize somebody was there, but then you can't look back in time. That's always I always hate when I do that. That's just me being bad at the game, not as much a first-person shooter thing, but just me not being very good at first-person shooters.
Right.
A great start.
Yeah, Pyro kicking things off with the first kill on Dongle, who so far has had a little bit of trouble. Again, last game as well, I think he kind of kicked off in the second half.
Yeah.
So we'll see if he can do that here again, especially on a Jet. You want to see middle of the pack on the scoreboard, or at least upper tier. So definitely a little bit slow off the gate.
Yeah, but Lon able to find Extreme Pyro straight away. And realistically, this has already been much closer. So if you are UAH, you've got to give yourself some good credit, because last time in Haven, the score was what, like 8-1 at one point. So now you've gotten it to 4-3. You're already looking a lot better, but now you've got to get a couple more on board. You can't afford for things to get caught up. I mean, if you are UAH, you want to take the lead, right? You are currently down by 1, so you want to make sure that you're able to find that value. Colt is going to be able to take out Lon, but Chris finds Colt off the back of it. The Hunter's Fury does come out from Bobic. I don't think that even got a hit marker on anybody. No short-term damage there, and the lockdown from Chris as well. So they are full committing to attempt to stop this. Drowsy is going to be able to find DCMH with that wall bang. So 3v4 in favor of the attacking team. FDC picks up Chris, and Bobic finds FDC, but it may already be too late. Going to be a 2v1. The Omen Cloud is going to block that up, and Bobic going to go for the full defuse here.
Yeah, I don't think he has a choice. They're going to sprint around the corner. They're just going to stop it, and that's going to be Drowsy grabbing it up. I think they might lose their lives. A couple seconds left. Is it going to happen? No, it won't.
Oh, the spike blew up. Oh, that literally a single second later, and they would have just lost their lives. Sometimes I wish that you guys could like see our faces while we were talking during the game, because both Orbital and I just jaws dropped when that thing exploded. We were so ready for them to both die, but that was like less than a second away from guaranteed death for them.
I think that's always the videos that you always see. Like, man, I'm glad that you paused the video, because he had seriously gotten hurt there. I've never seen that. Actually seeing the spike explode like that and not dying from it. So lucky timing. They don't lose their weapons. They're able to bring it in the next round. You gotta love being able to hang on to that eco just a little bit more.
You've got to think about how perfect that round had to be for that circumstance to happen. Like, that was literally like less than a second of difference, and they would have died. So that is pretty crazy. Colt now trying to peek the corner, but he has no idea there's a Jet waiting for him just around the corner, and he's got to find out the hard way, but does find the kill onto Dongle there. So gonna find out the hard way, but it looks like he's going to be able to live. Actually, doesn't even take any damage, so not even the hard way there. Mage now has the operator playing down that main, as we see time and time again from these teams. And Extreme Pyro going for a little bit of backup. The attackers, they are currently up 5-4, and now they've got to hope to find some good luck here, because they've got the Vandals, they've got the operator, but they really need one more elimination to secure a lead here.
Yeah, and we were wondering about it. 5 attacker or 5 damage dealers coming out, right? This is doing wonders for them right now. If they can go even, that's already 10 times better. Last time it was 8-4 in round score going into the half. So this time around, already 4-4. They feel a little bit more confident. I like seeing that, as FDC might get 2. Is he going to be able to pull it off?
Oh, gonna commit the dimensional drift here, so that's definitely gonna be an unusual thing. And no, DCMH is gonna be, oh, that is unfortunate. Drowsy is gonna find that elimination. And my favorite thing about that Yoru ultimate that actually got nerfed last update is he used to be able to body block enemies in that ultimate, and then of course they couldn't kill him, so it was just super annoying. But he's not allowed to do that anymore. And Extreme Pyro gonna go for a plant early on. Chris able to find 2, but he's gotta find 3 more. That's just not gonna happen. Mage with the frenzy able to pick up that final elimination, and this is the first time UAH has a lead, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, first time in both games, and that's what I was pointing out. This is what you have to do. This is your map. You chose it. Yes, you don't get to choose if you're attacking or defending first, but this is a great way to kick things off here in the second game, getting a little bit of a lead and showing off that, hey, we can bring out the spice here in the series, and maybe Yoru might not be impacting as much as you want. He is sitting at 7, 8, and 3, but the utility that he is bringing, we were talking about that, right? The little bit of misinformation as well as the dimensional rift can cause so much chaos on the map, and I'm loving seeing it. Maybe a few more assists on the board might be in his name.
Absolutely. Drowsy going to commit to run it back early on. Already finds great value. Able to take DCMH out of the fight almost instantaneously there. So 5v4. Commit to run it back. And you know what? You get a kill from it. So it all pays off at the end of the day. You didn't commit that ultimate for naught. And Colt now trying to farm that Empress as well. This is going to be a great look for our attackers. If they can score 2 more points, that's a guaranteed advantage going into halftime. Because, of course, if you get 7, there's only 12 rounds in the first half. So that guarantees you at least a 1-point lead after halftime.
And now everyone looking for a little bit as FTC unfortunately pops out. You see it in the top of your minimap. Ran into, I think, 3 people. And that is a rough time as Colt able to grab Chris, who was a big fragger last time. That's going to be a Extreme Pyro picking up a few more for his team.
This 5 DPS thing, I was so confident they were going to get steamrolled. I didn't say that on stream because I didn't want to sound rude, but I was so confident that they were really not going to be able to perform this well. I think the recon is so important. I think the smokes are important as well, but I mean, it is working. The proof is in the pudding. 10 rounds and you've taken 6 already. This is notably better than they performed on Haven.
Yeah, but remember, CSUDH Gold ran it before with 8 rounds to the name. This time they're on the defensive side first. If they're an aggressive team, which I personally am in favor of, I think they're a little bit more heavy on the aggressive pedal, right?
Right.
I feel we're going to see a big shift. In my opinion, yes, CSUDH Gold, most teams would need maybe a 5 or 6 round safety net. I think they really only need maybe 3. Right, sure. If you lose that pistol round, that's going to be your kind of loss right there, and they can still run it back. So I want to see them pop off here on the attacking side, and that kind of will hopefully prove my casting theory, and people may not laugh at me as much.
The Extreme Pyro is going to commit those paint shells early on, trying to find any kind of recon, and it looks like we're going to see Law in critical condition, like just on the brink of death there, trying to keep himself alive, trying to find some value. We see another blast pack coming out from the Rays, going to commit out of the high ground, taken out by Bobik with the Bulldog. So Extreme Pyro goes for the hyper aggressive play and pays the price of their life. So this is going to be another elimination on Colt there. So a 5v3 in favor of our defending team, Dominguez Hills. And now, they've just got to find one more elimination to really secure things. But FTC is going to be able to find DCMH. So a 4v3, make it a 4v2. But a lot of people very low on the side of our defenders.
That was a cute little move that Chris did. Knew an operator was in play and did a little hop skip, said, nah, you shoot my tail.
He knew an operator was in play, and he was willing to put his life on the line to find out. That was very, very close. It looks like they're just going to be waiting slowly but surely, and nobody pushing into Mage, so realistically they could wait there as long as they wanted. But now, looking down that site, if this Breach knows what's good for him, he still won't peek that corner, and he's going to do it again. He goes for the wall bang, but just can't find it. This is just a game of cat and mouse if I've ever seen one.
Welcome to the shooting gallery. Go ahead, pay your 25 cents, have a shot at the moving ducks. That's pretty much all it is right there. 12 seconds left. B site will be the plan, but I'm not sure there's going to be a fast enough rotate from Mage. This could actually be devastating. If they're not careful, that's going to be the Defender lockdown coming down, and the Hunter's Fury. Oh, the clearance is so good.
Yeah, the Hunter's Fury is definitely going to be good. Oh, I think maybe got just a little bit of damage there onto the Phoenix. Going to have to commit the firewall and keep himself alive, but it's going to be that 3v2. They are able to get the spike plant, so at the very least, they get their credits for that at the end of it, and Mage now able to find Bobik. A 2v2 turns into a 2v1 is now Dongle is going to be able to take out Drowsy, and Chris finds Mage. The defenders, they're going to go 5v6. This really could not be any closer.
Yeah, it could not, and that's always what I have a very slight issue with. If you're going to be doing this kind of like sneaky plant side, you have to realize the rotate is going to happen, right? This will occur 100%, right? That's just the name of the game. You need to get your members over there as quickly as possible. I understand that's not always possible when you're trying to do the lurker play, right? Or the distraction, right? That's not always possible, but you have to be aware that this will occur. So maybe rotate half a second faster, maybe 2 or 3 when you know it's going to occur. That way you can get there. Mage was able to use that frenzy very, very well to pick up 1. If he was in position a little bit earlier, that operator could have changed up that entire retake attempt.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we could have saw a little bit of a change there coming out, but fortunately that will not always work. And we hear the operators being fired, but I don't think anybody's going to be able to find even some damage. It looks like maybe just a couple of shots onto Dongle, but definitely not an operator shot or he would not be standing. So now we see Mage playing that long sight again, the one that we know they love. might be able to find the shot. I think that's the breach just around the corner there, just trying to find a good shot onto somebody, but going to be committing the Blade Storm instead. Something that always gives me a good laugh is when one of the Jets like commits her Blade Storm, they drop the operator or give it to a teammate. So if they, if they dive in and just get their head taken off, it doesn't matter as much. Bobik is able to find Extreme Pyro, so this could go into a 6-6 on halftime here. Either one of these teams, they want to win this because, you can go in 7-5 or you can tie it up 6-6. Drowsy with a great snap there onto Lawn, able to find them a 4v3, committing Firewall to heal themselves back up, and that's going to be all the healing they have. Is the only kit they've got online is those 2 curveballs.
Yeah, but they need to start figuring out a path of entry to one of these sides. This could be dangerous. I don't think he was spotted. They're going to run on the corner. Bladestorm. Oh, he gets a couple shots off. Is he going to get the kill? Yes, he is. Can't get the second, though, but taking out a Bladestorm Jet is such a good thing.
Yeah, that is huge, and Bobik turned his back at like the worst possible time. Drowsy is going to be able to find that 3, and now looking to find a 4th. It looks like it's just going to be Chris on that Killjoy. He's able to find Drowsy, so it's going to be a 1v1. FTC is going to go for the spike plant, had 15 seconds left to do it, but he's definitely got a health disadvantage here.
And now we have to watch Chris and FDC. These two have started running it up. Chris having the top frag of his team right now. So where is he going to go? FDC sitting off on the wings. Nice little turret up, about to try and spot out the opponent. This hard way to defend.
Full commit.
He's going to force it.
Full commit. I think he's going to have to force it here. We see this Killjoy ultimate coming out, that lockdown, and that Yoru, I mean, he's got nowhere to run. FDC, it looks like he may get locked up here. Is going to be not detained. I think, yeah, he used the dimensional drift to make sure he wasn't going to come out of it, and it's Chris for the win. With that kill, I'm not sure he's going to get this defuse in time. I don't think he is. It's going to be super close, and it looks like it's going to be with 0.01 seconds. Literally 0.01 seconds left on the clock. Oh my goodness, that... Oh my god. I have never seen that. That is the second thing in this matchup. I have never seen a 0.01 second left on the clock matchup like that. I know Chris was shaking in his boots.
And that tied it up too.
That is insane. I've never seen that before. That is actually so cool. I think you said that, Orbital, but somebody clip that. Somebody freaking clip that. That is so cool.
This time around, Chris coming out with that scoreline in game number 1 was one of the lower scoring members that we talked about. CSUDH Gold. They don't really have a maximum, a complete ace player, but they have these guys that can all show up at the right time as a paint can, just find multiple people. But so well done so far.
Yeah, absolutely well done. And that was, I mean, what? Literally, if a single thing had happened 0.1 second later, they would have lost that. Like, that blows my mind. They would have lost that round for that very reason. And now we see 2 eliminations already coming through in favor here of this matchup. So it's definitely not going to be a good look here for our now defending teams. Aside tab swaps, so it looks like we're going to see UAH on the defense. They are going to be able to tie things up 3-3. Dongle and Lon both able to find some eliminations. Drowsy picks up Dongle now. Lon going to go for the spike plant, a 2v2, and everybody but this Phoenix is low. Drowsy might be able to carry the team here because both DCMH and Lon are in critical condition.
Yeah, but that was actually a 3-on-5 drop down to a 2-on-1. That is such ridiculously good pistol play from CSUDH Gold here, facing off against the whole entire fully health Alabama Huntsville 1. So they might be able to close this one out if they can find Drowsy, and they got it with the flash. They secure that round and push themselves to a 7-6 lead here in the second half.
Yeah, we're getting crazy close to going to that map 3 because we saw that UAH, they're really able to bring this back. They get 6 points on board, but now, we saw an insane play from Dominguez Hill so many times on Haven just one map earlier. I feel like they did well on defense, but their offense is when they really started to take off. So I think maybe we could see that exact same story happen here.
That's what you're hoping for. And first time was that 8 push, a little bit slow. Obviously, they lost 2 members early on, but this time they have the guns. So I expect a quick round. Alabama Huntsville, they'll try their best to clip a couple of these wallets off as best they can, but I don't think it's going to work. Dongle gets 1, might get another.
Oh, has to reload, but DCMH saves their teammate. Their Dongle probably would have lost that firefight had DCMH not been just around the corner. It's going to be a 5v3, and like I said, their offense, for whatever reason, just so much stronger. Their defense is strong, but the offense is where I feel Dominguez Hills has really started to shine consistently. And, I mean, the proof is in the pudding here, right? They're already up 5-3, and this round's been happening for maybe 25 seconds. It's going to be possibly a flawless round unless Extreme Pyro can pop off with a classic here.
Yeah, and I think that definitely speaks to how grabbing the tempo on your own changes the entire pace, right? When you're the
absolutely.
one commanding where everyone's going, when you're not having to dance to someone else's tune,
Oh.
that makes all the difference. That's the flawless DCMH grabbing a 3K for himself, setting himself up to start climbing on those rankings. But there you go, 9-10 and 3 for the man. And I love it, right? When CSUDH Gold are in command, when they have the baton, when they're leading the parade, Alabama Huntsville, I mean, it is being run ragged at this point, and thus far, that's always how it kind of goes. And so I'm very excited to see them continuing forward. You know, they are 4-0 for a reason. Now, moving into the playoffs, what I am concerned about is if they cannot continuously control some of these defensive rounds. You saw before, yes, they did very well, but some teams can exploit that.
Right.
So I'm very concerned about that. If they can, though, I think these guys have a shoe in to just make a deep run when it comes to the big maps.
Yeah, I think we could see a lot of great value coming out from our defenders here. This is kind of that round they're expected to win. They lose the 2 after halftime, and then they get kind of what was often referred to as that bonus round. So now we're going to see Dongle and DCMH. You know, as I'm saying it, I'm like, oh, they probably win this one. And Dongle and DCMH, haha, psych. Drowsy with the Odin is able to find Dongle, though. So a 4v3. It's going to be a little bit better, but DCMH with the Spectre just empties that clip into Drowsy's spine, and Lon able to find Mage as well. It's all going to come down to Colt, who has, like, nothing online. He's got a Vandal and a Dream here. A 1v4 coming into this point.
Yeah, a total of about 107 health. Might be able to do something. Gets flashed, and 3 members chase him down. DCMH, another 3K for the man. He is bouncing with joy running through there. Oh my gosh, that round I think was only like 30 or 40 seconds right there.
Yeah, that round, another quick one. We've seen a couple of rounds since the side swap that have been like 40, 45 seconds, and then all of a sudden they're over. So, I mean, within the last 10 minutes, we've gone from 6-6 to 9-6. So we've seen a couple of rounds really end super aggressively in favor of our now defending team, Dominguez Hills.
Yeah, these... No, I believe they are attacking as Alabama Huntsville are defending.
Yes.
So... excited to see again. We do see DCMH does have that teleport available if you want some crazy flank action. The guns, though, that Marshall coming out for Drowsy, he's been able to do something. Might not be able to do it. DCMH and Bowick just run straight through 2 for them, and Bowick loses life.
At this point, they are just spraying and praying. They're pushing in. They're like, I don't know, I'll kill him if I see him. And it worked out. I mean, they got 2 kills there. Chris able to find Extreme Pyro as well. So not necessarily a flaw this round as they did lose their Sova, but 4v2 already. Chris going to find that spike plant. There goes Drowsy. It is going to be Colt all over again. And he's just got a Bucky this time. That almost feels worse than the last round. So now he's got the Bucky, going to look for 1 or 2. Going to get flashed, however, so that's not going to be great. Hiding in the corner, just trying to find any kind of survivability. But the Killjoy facing the wrong way. Misses 1, misses 2, misses 3. And DCMH is able to find that secured elimination. 10-6 now. I mean, I said it. Dominguez Hills, as soon as they got on the offense, they just took that last round and ran with it. And it seems to be that exact same thing happening here.
For anyone watching, this is what happens when you completely fall to the tempo of your opponent. Alabama Huntsville are getting dragged around the map in a very brutal fashion, right? This is not by their own design. It's not like they're making any unforced errors at points. It's CSUDH Gold. You can see them forcing them to rotate at inopportune times. And CSUDH just finding proper picks. That's how you play it. You force the opponent to make poor rotations. You grab a couple kills here and there, and you just crush your opponent wholeheartedly. And Dongle grabbing the first frag already, making a beetle. And there you see it, the lurker on the backside, DCMH looking for another 3K.
Yeah, speaking of grabbing a couple of kills, we saw Extreme Pyro taken out there, so the Showstopper going to be gone as well. That was the only ultimate they had online other than the run it back. FDC is going to find Chris for the win, so now that top fragger gone from the side of Dominguez Hills. It's going to be that 4v4, an ultimate offline for both sides. Dongle still has that Blade Storm, and Drowsy still has that run it back, and Drowsy finds DCMH. I think we heard the Blade Storm come out there, yeah, from Dongle, so the Blade Storm is going to be coming out as well. Hopefully they're able to find something with it if they don't want to commit that ultimate. Able to find Mage. FTC is going to find Dongle, but an eye for an eye is definitely going to end in favor of that team there. Going to see Drowsy use the run it back, taken out of line there, and Bobic is going to pick up FTC. So, wow, Bobic's got to be at 1 health? I mean, 5 health? Like, it's got to be a low number here.
Not exactly what you want to see, but a nice little pick. Might be a couple holds here. On the side, Drowsy and Colts snap those kills up, and they will put a stop to this 4-round run. We'll push back to a 10-7.
Yeah, they're able to push it back. Yeah, they're able to push it back to that 10-7, and of course, when your opponent hits the double digits is really when you're going to have to dig down your heels and try to take a couple of rounds, because that's going to be something you don't want to keep an eye on for, and you don't want to be losing when they hit those double digits, because they are obviously getting very close to ending that game. You really want to start bringing it back. You're only at 7, you're only 3 rounds down, which feels like a lot, 10-7, but I feel like it's going to be a pretty decent matchup here, and we've seen the potential. We just saw them win the round there. UAH, they start off a little rough, but maybe their defense comes out stronger than ever.
Yeah, and all eyes are pretty much here on Drowsy, right? 19, 12, and 2 for the man, almost sitting with that 20K for himself, and that could be a huge difference if he's able to keep utilizing this running back as best he can. Nice little drops. Lon grabs one at FDC. This Yoru still having some trouble.
Yeah, definitely not giving us a great look, but I mean, maybe Yoru is bottom 3 on Ascent for a reason, you know what I mean? So maybe that's something, you give it a try and it doesn't necessarily work out for you, so it's not always going to work in your favor. We see Drowsy taking a lot of damage early on. I'm not sure the utility he has online right now, but maybe a Hot Hands or a Firewall just to keep himself alive a little bit. Mage going to be taken out by Chris with that wall bang, so now a 5v3 in favor of our attacking team. Dominguez Hills all over again. They're looking to plant that spike very soon. Here comes that Firewall early on from Drowsy, and I talked about using it to heal up, and I don't think he did very much. It looks like he healed up just a bit. A grenade coming out from Chris there, able to find all that healed damage, so that Firewall pretty much for naught there, and Drowsy gonna be taken out anyway. Spike plant comes through, all 5 members remaining on Dominguez Hills, just waiting to find a kill, but as I say it, Colt picks up one, gonna use that orb, trying to get a little bit of healing, now gonna look for a couple more kills, as both the Omen and the Breach incredibly low for the attacking team.
That's just a nice old extreme pyro though. Finds one, might get a couple more, can't get the spray and pray as the attackers decide that they're done with Alabama. Huntsville won for that round. And that's just well played, very well coordinated, set up in the proper pinch positions, and able to close it out with 3 still alive and 2 ultimates available. So the attacking side lockdown is going to be available along with the Sova Hunter's Fury. So pretty much they should purely secure a plant no matter which side they decide to go.
Yeah, they definitely want to look to secure a plant, because even if they lose the round, they get the extra credits for it. And realistically, I don't think they're going to lose the round if they play how they have been. I think we ended up losing that matchup, and that'll be. I think they ended up losing that matchup in not the previous round, but the one beforehand, just due to a couple of misplays. They didn't push in appropriately, and they paid the price of their lives for it. Sitting at 11-7, you're not too worried about losing a single round. You know, when you start losing 3, 4 in a row and things get tied up, that's when you get nervous. But 11-7, you can afford to lose at least 1 round, and now you just have to hope Chris for the win. They've got that lockdown. Bobik has that Hunter's Fury, and no other ultimates online. Colt is going to be able to give themselves a mild advantage, taking Dongle out of the fight seemingly straight away. Knows somebody else is around the corner, but going to be taken out by DCMH with that wall bang, so the 4v5 turned immediately into a 4v4. We're going to see a lot of aggression coming out, and FTC with the Marshall, which is again a weird choice, but it was recently buffed, so we've been seeing it a lot more often, and maybe we'll see it come out a little bit more consistently here. Also, something of note is even though, the Hunter's Fury is going to come out from Bobik here, but I wanted to note that even though they're losing, Drowsy has the most eliminations in lobby, currently sitting at 19.
Yeah, high kills though doesn't always translate to a high win percentage.
Right,
here.
of course.
You definitely see that once again, CSUDH gold. You can see it right there. Mage dropping a Bobik, but still having some trouble. These are just picks back up. Lon just popping off with the 3K here. Can he get the 4th? He is sitting and waiting here. Might get another one. Is he gonna get it? Yes, he does.
I like that lawnmower. Yeah, I like that lawn. Yeah, the lawn mower here. He's definitely mowing through this team, but I liked that we got to see him like hone in his sights on Drowsy. Like he waited a minute, like lined up his crosshair. God, I could not think of the word, and it was just very funny. And honestly, if you are the defending team right now, if you are UAH, you've probably got one thought in your mind, and it's the thought of a very famous cartoon dog. You know, you're probably just Ruh-roh. You know what I mean? So like, they're definitely going to get a little bit worried here. Is 12-7. This is not only game point, but series point here. Is this is a best of 3? So if Dominguez Hills is able to win this final round, it's going to be over here for UAH tonight.
Yeah, and that's not what you want to go into on this last round. You can see multiple shotguns coming out, Buckies and Judges and Spectres only. Like, this is the worst loadout I think you could have for a final round.
Buckies and Judges and Spectres, oh my. This is, like you said, probably the worst loadout you could have in this final round. Bobik finds one, Chris finds another, and Unfortunately, this is looking like it's going to be it for UAH. They are going to have to do seemingly the impossible. And I don't want to count them out, of course, because there is a world where somebody frags with a Bucky or something insane, but I'm not sure that's the world we're living in. Colt is able to find that one elimination onto Chris, so no 20 bomb for them here. Possibly no 20 bomb for Drowsy either. He's still alive, but not able to find that elimination quite yet. We see a lot more damage coming through. A 4v3, the spike already planted for our attackers, and now they just get to play it slow.
Yeah, and you can see the attempts coming in from those sides, coming through that A link and just not finding purchase, though. They might be able to make it in. Long gets 2. Is he going to get 3 to cap the game? No, he won't. Doggle takes it away, but I think Long deserves it anyways. That's going to be 13-7. Over to CSU Dominguez Hills Gold as they take the 2-0.
Absolutely, the lawnmower back in action there in that final moment of that fight. Definitely a great look, and Dominguez Hills, that 4-0 team, they kick it up into 5th gear, and they put themselves 5-0 in this matchup here. We're going to be closing it pretty quickly here tonight because we still have one more game for you guys, believe it or not. So we are going to try to get ourselves off stream. We're going to be handing you off to Jag and Vincent, and you could not be in better hands. So we are definitely going to be ending it very quickly. Thank you, very quick thank you to NECC, both of the teams for joining us, Caleb for being our backline producer, and just doing all the things behind the scenes that we aren't able to do. And of course, huge shout out to both the teams and Jag and Vincent for waiting for us to finish this up. Thank you everybody for watching. Check your posture, drink some water, and don't forget to love each other. We'll see you guys next week. Have a good night.
What sound experience would you like today?
I'll have the fantasy pack.
Good choice.
And could you make it a Cloud 2 wireless?
On his way, sir.
Sounds amazing.